Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon if it's afternoon where you are. Good evening if it's evening where you are. Welcome to another episode of Disney Collectibles Sundays. I am here with my co-host, Christian. Michael might or might not be here later. And our special guest, we have Travis from Stacey and Travis.
What's going on?
Good
Good morning,
guys.
everybody. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you both, of course. Christian, for always being here, and Travis, you too, because you're always, here with our Sunday family, and it's always
I'm
nice
proud
to
of
have you
me.
back.
Listen, you do a great job covering everything over every week. So it's great. So you do.
Making us waste money.
I know. Oh my gosh, I literally just spent money, sort of because of Caitlin. Caitlin, you're in the chat. Good morning. We were talking about ornaments, so we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But Travis, just in case some of our friends might not be too familiar with Stacey and Travis, your channel, I'm going to make you full screen so you can talk a little bit about your channel and the things that you collect.
Okay. So channels with me and my wife started our channel. We used to do like a lot of vlogging and everything at Walt Disney World. We're locals to Walt Disney World, mostly concerning like with food, different things, what to do, all that good stuff. But then the pandemic happened, so we were home a lot. So I started doing, getting into pins. I've been a pin collector for about, it's crazy to say, but I want to say probably like 8 or 9 years now. I can't believe I'm even saying that. So I just started going, into doing videos with pins and different things, stuff in my collection and trades and stuff like that. So that's kind of what our channel has kind of moved over to, was a little bit more with the pins. But I think we're going to be going back to Disney next month. So hopefully we can get back into the swing of things and start doing our vlogs and stuff. So
that's exciting. Now, I don't know, you collect pins. So what do you collect? What's your main collection? And what
main collections, like in a broad spectrum, it's princess and villain. But she collects Jasmine. I collect Ariel as like her number ones. I collect a lot of the villains like Ursula, Hook, Maleficent's one of my favorites. And then I do collect pirate pins and Kingdom Heart pins. Those are like my main collections. But I really had to kind of narrow that down, because when you first start, you kind of collect everything, and then you got to kind of whittle it down. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I look at everything because there's so many pins out there that are so beautiful. So if it looks great, I'll grab it.
So you talked about pirates. I mean, there are different characters when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean. Is there a specific character that you like Jack Sparrow, like the redhead?
So for me, for pirates, it's some of the things from the ride, like the dog with the key, the redhead, yes. But from like the movie part of it, I really only collect like the keys, the ships, and the flags.
Okay.
From Pirates of the Caribbean. So like I love like the Black Pearl pins or some of the different ships, but I don't really collect the characters so much.
Okay, well, that is exciting. I used to, I still do if I see it. I like collecting the redhead, or now Red, how they call her.
Yeah.
I feel like I liked her a little bit better before she became like a pirate herself, because I feel like the redhead used to be like an iconic part of like what the ride used to be, but then Disney felt like they needed to be politically correct, and just, they felt like they needed to make her a pirate rather than a bride. Christian, what are your thoughts on that? We've talked about that before, right? About the redheaded pirates.
I think we touched a little bit based on it, but we didn't really go in more in details on it. So I don't even know. I'm a fake fan with that.
So the redhead, she used to be. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, my leg slipped.
So the redhead, correct me if I'm wrong, Travis and guys in the chat, but she used to be a bride, because they used to have in the ride, they used to have a bride's auction section. And then the redhead was like the bride that all the pirates wanted, because, she was the redhead and she was kind of like voluptuous and whatnot. So she was kind of like, I don't know, she was like an icon of the ride. But then later on, I guess some people were complaining that, it's not necessarily politically correct or nice to auction a woman. So, right. I understand that obviously, I am, pro women's right and whatnot, but I just felt like for the ride, it was kind of iconic to like the whole story. And then they just turned her into a pirate. So that's what it was.
Which also, I think that for the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie that they're coming out with soon, she's gonna be played by, oh my God, what's her name? She's my favorite person. But
so she's gonna be in the movies now?
Yeah, but the one plays Nebula in the Avengers. She's gonna be cast here.
That is so cool, because she also does a great job with her red hair over at Jumanji, right?
Yeah. She's a natural redhead, so I guess they like loved her to the point that she's like, you got the redhead put you in there.
I like that. And
I love her. I forgot her name, something Gillum. But she played also in Doctor Who, and Doctor Who is like one of my favorite series. So happy that she's part of that.
Yeah. So just want to tell everybody in the chat, hey BDF, he says, what an echo. Do you guys hear an echo? Let me know to see if I don't hear an echo on my end.
It was momentarily. I think it stopped.
Okay, because I was gonna say I don't hear it, but good morning, BDF. And then who else do we have? Of course, Kaylin, good morning. Laura and Jody, good morning. Hey Tats, good morning. And of course, Michael V, he was here earlier today. I know that he is at work, but I appreciate you stopping by, of course. But so I guess we have a lot of news as usual to kind of cover. But I did want to stop. Oh my goodness, I did want to start with a Harry Potter news. So there is a company. Hey, Connie, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. There's a company called the Wizarding Trunk, and they do a Harry Potter subscription service. And I actually did a video on that about a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Let me go ahead and share this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So they do an amazing job with boxes. I mean, all the items are inspired by, Harry Potter, and they are very unique, everything they have. But today, they're going to launch a special limited edition box called the Keep Collecting Box. This box is going to be available for pre-order today at 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So for those of you guys that live in Florida or anywhere on the East Coast, it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, this is a limited edition box. This was created by the Wizarding Trunk with the Potter Collector. The Potter Collector, if you guys don't know, he is a big Harry Potter YouTuber, and then they carefully created this box. I have no idea what's in it, but I do know that it's going to be centered around the different Hogwarts houses. So all the items were carefully created by a collector, the Potter Collector and this company. So this box should be epic. I believe this box, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be a little bit on the pricier side. I want to say it's around $75, but this is a pre-order. And if I'm not mistaken, the box is actually going to be shipping sometime around December or January. But this is probably going to sell out quickly. So I figure I'll let you guys know. There is also a code for this box. The code is going to be Keep Collecting Box. I believe that's going to save you about 10%. And just to show you real quick what Wizarding Trunk is all about. So they have a couple of subscription services. They have a bi-monthly one, and they have a quarterly subscription service as well. So I'm just going to show you real quick some of the items that they still have from some of their past boxes. Like all of these items came in different boxes, but whenever they have leftovers, they just sell them on their website individually. Like I actually have this Daydream Potion. This came in their Divinations and History of Magic class. Honestly, you get a better deal if you are subscribed, because individually this potion is $25 and the box itself cost me maybe like $55, I forget. And it came with a lot of other items. Like it came with this thing, the Divinations Tea Leaves teacup as well. But these are just so you guys have an idea of some of the items that are included in the boxes. They'll do like coins, they'll do pins. So everything is just inspired by the movie. It doesn't say Harry Potter, but everything is kind of inspired by it. So it's a really cool box. So I'm really excited to see what they are going to put in that special box that's coming out later today. But I figured I'd let you guys know about this because I am super excited. And I was telling Travis and Christian, I was like, when this box comes out, I might need to take a bit of a break so I can go buy my box. But yeah, the Wizarding Trunk, they do a really good job with the items they put in their boxes. And I'm trying to see if there's I think it's only really the store to kind of show you some of the items. But so you can see a lot of their boxes. Like this one is already sold out. But I am super pumped for this box today. So at 1 o'clock, I'll be spending a little bit of money to get my box.
Is there like an edition on the box? Are they only going to sell so many? Do you know how many that they're going
I
to sell?
don't know. It is a limited edition box,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's limited edition of 1,000 or 2,000 or 1,500. But they keep on saying, the Putter Collector was saying on his channel and also on Instagram that it is going to be very limited. So that if any of you guys want to, kind of grab one of these boxes, I would say just go straight at maybe like 2 to 5 minutes before 1 o'clock and then try to get your box.
Yeah. Melissa, how do you feel about doing the pre-order and it being so far? Like, you said December, January. How are you with it being so far out? That's a long time. It's like half a year.
I know. I know. You see, I'm excited. They make it sound like this box is going to be like insanely amazing, and I want to say that I don't know if they're still kind of getting some of the items together, but
right.
I was gonna say that I personally, I'm not a big fan of boxes or anything that has to do with the pre-order that's not set up in advance, because I feel like they only put in what money they make from whatever.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I feel like then they put the thought in afterwards instead of before having boxes set up. So I'm not a big fan, especially when it comes to like Funko Pops. When people do mystery boxes or anything like that, we want to know a little bit more ahead of time, like what are we expected. Doesn't have to be necessarily what pops, but like what value and what's going on in it before purchasing it, because sometimes it falls out. Like people tend to like return money because they couldn't make the boxes and so on and so forth. Not that I'm saying this is going to be the case, just my opinion. I kind of find that like to January, it is a big pause, but he is a good YouTuber, and with Harry Potter, so I do have, if you have some like trustworthy like
right, like I mean,
yeah,
like all the videos that I've seen, people opening Wizarding Trunk boxes, and so far I've gotten one of them and I've loved it. Their items have been really good, and just like with Disney, there's different Disney subscription services like Bibbidi Bobbidi boxes and Mickey Loot, and you tend to see which boxes are better than others. And so far, I mean, there are a lot of good boxes, but I think Wizarding Trunk does the best job out of all of them. Although Geek Gear, they do have some good boxes as well, but Geek Gear is based out of the UK and Wizarding Trunk is based out of the US. I want to say they're based out of Tennessee. And they do a really good job. So I would think that because they already have like a good reputation for putting out good boxes, and on top of that, the Potter Collector is, backing this up because it's kind of like a joint project. I would expect the box to be really good, especially because the Potter Collector, he's very honest when he does his reviews. So if he doesn't like it, an item, he'll say it. He'll be like, this item could have been done better. This could have been made with certain materials. It could have been presented differently. So I think that for him to put his name behind this has got to be a really good box, or at least I'm hoping that it's a good box, and I'm hoping that I can get one. So we'll see. Again, that code is going to be keep collecting bucks, and I believe that's going to save you about 10%. Which, if it's $75, that's a that's a decent savings.
Every little bit helps.
I know that could cover shipping,
right?
Yeah. I mean, Travis, do you guys do any kind of subscription services, or have you done any kind of subscription box before?
No, we haven't, but I've watched a lot of videos of people opening them, and like I kind of see where Christian's coming from with the, like what they're putting in and stuff like that. And sometimes the people who review them will say, "Oh, this is worth so much," and they kind of add it up at the end and tell you how much they paid for the subscription, how much was in the box. And usually it's like over, but it's not over by that much. So I mean, I get it from both sides. Like the company has to make some kind of money to do this, but you really want to get some collectible things that maybe are hard to find, or things like that. But I think overall, a lot of them do a pretty good job, and I like how they can kind of tailor it to you after a while. Like they ask you like what are you looking for, and they kind of can tailor it to whatever you like. So I think that's a good feature as well. So I've seen them; they look pretty cool. I haven't done any yet, but I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I will. If they have some kind of like pin, like awesome, like limited edition pin box thing, I don't know. I might go for it.
Yeah. Like you see, like. The thing is that with like Wizarding Trunk and also Geek Gear, they make their own items, or they hire like another company to make them. So these are items that are designed specifically for the subscription box. Gotcha. So they don't go to the parks to purchase the items like Mickey Loot, or they actually come out with another company called the Potter Loot, which is kind of the same company as Mickey Loot, and Bibbidi Bibbidi Box, where they kind of just they're kind of like a personal shopper kind of like service because you get the items from the park. So these two companies, Geek Gear and Wizarding Trunk, they have the items made for their boxes, so you know that you won't get it over at Universal Studios or whatnot. But I have done a one-time Bibbidi Bobbidi box because you can order a one-time box. It was okay, but not enough for me to want to subscribe because, like you said, I feel like
the value wasn't good for you.
Yeah, because they go with like retail price, and a lot of these items were on sale, or they were from a freaking Character Warehouse.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. A lot of those come at the Character Warehouse because you would be surprised how many like newer items that are still in the park are in the Character Warehouse.
Yeah,
which is wild because you go there like I just saw this yesterday when I was at the park, and it's there on clearance at the warehouse. So I'm sure they pick up a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, Christian? I know that you're quiet, but I see you like thinking.
No, I feel like that's what I'm saying. I don't do mystery boxes. I don't do a lot of like different things. I've seen things like, I'm not gonna name certain people, but like what are you saying? I've seen like people get things from the Character Warehouse. I've seen things like that. So I tend to just like look at what people open up. So I'll be watching you in January opening up your box.
Same.
So Connie says, I only get Mickey Loot. Their boxes are awesome. So I've seen a lot of people happy with their boxes, but I've also seen people complain that it takes them a long time to send you a box. And I ordered a box for the official Potter Loot service by Mickey Loot, and I reached out to them like a week ago. And I was like, hey, what's the turnaround on this? And they were like, oh, we're going to go shopping this weekend. I ordered a one-time box, thank God. And it only cost me $30 because I had a $10 off coupon. But you're telling me that you were going shopping that weekend and I still don't have a box? Like, it's a small box. I don't know. I ordered it over a month ago. So I think that's one of the things that I had seen when people were complaining about Mickey Loot, that they like their boxes, but they take friggin' forever, which should not be the case. That kind of, I don't know, it's a little disappointing. All right, so Connie says, yes, they do take a while, but it is worth it. So we'll see once I get my Potter Loot box. I mean, I might like it, but I don't know if I necessarily appreciate them taking so long to send me a box. I don't know.
And girl, you're waiting for January for the Harry Potter.
This is different. This is different though, because this is a one-time limited edition box that they will never do again. So we'll see. Caitlin says, only collecting subscription box I have right now is the DC box from Culturefly. Hardly ever. Oh, that's cool. Don't they have the Office one? Because I feel like I saw the Game Boys opening the Office box, and I want to say it was from Culturefly. That is pretty cool, though. Hey, Allie. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
The one subscription that we had was with Pop in a Box.
Yeah.
So I do not recommend that for anybody who are a fan of collecting within the box, because they don't really package it very well. They kind of like put like a dunnage, like the big bubble. They put like one or two in there. The pops tend to be damaged sometimes or dented because of the travel. Not only that, the box, the thickness of it that they send it in, it's very thin and it gets squashed easily. So not only that, what the whole thing, if everybody does not know what Pop in a Box is, the whole thing about the subscription box is that you select all the pops that they have in stock, or maybe coming in stock, that will be personalized to you. So it kind of is like a mystery box, but it really isn't, because you got to select the pops that you really do want. And they have different themes as well. If you don't want to select the pops, there's themes that you can just narrow it down even more, like Harry Potter, Marvel.
Okay, that's cool.
But I selected all, and it was good. Like, I did get pops for a cheaper price. Like, I was paying about $22, which was $18.99 plus I think it was the shipping and taxes like that. So it was like about $22, $23. And I've gotten like movie moments that tend to cost about like $30 along with another pop. So I was like probably saving some money. But they started sending me pops that I didn't have in my list, things that I don't even collect, like anime, and things were getting squashed. I just got tired of it. So for those who are just a big fan of whatever comes, or it doesn't really need to be in a box, I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But
for those to be surprised.
Yeah, but for those who really do not want to like get their pops damaged and wants what they want, or at least something of what, I do not recommend it at all.
It looks like you saved Christine some money. She is already thanking you.
I mean, it's not a bad price. It's just it's just not worth it. I do like their exclusives. That's one of the pops I do want to talk about today. But other than that, it's not worth having the subscription if you are one who likes it to be minty, fresh box.
Connie agrees with you. She says that Pop in a Box is terrible. Well, I don't know, but now you also saved me some money. So if I ever wanted to consider a Pop subscription service, that won't be the one. Laura says that Cole's reply, they do have the Office one. Okay, so that's what I thought I saw. But moving on to some news. We're 20 minutes into the show, and you see this is how it goes. So let me see here. So the next thing I want to talk about is just really are the news throughout the week. So we try to start with Monday and then make our way up to like now. So on Monday, we actually had this Fox and the Hound. Yeah, this Fox and the Hound 40th anniversary. That's crazy. Limited release pin. This is part of their legacy collection. Again, we're seeing a lot of these legacy pins because they do these for different movie anniversaries. $15.99, which is typically the price of those limited release pins. I think the pin is adorable. I mean, I don't collect Fox and the Hound. Dirk does a little bit here and there, but I didn't get it just because I don't necessarily collect it, and Dirk didn't tell me to get it, so I did not get it. Hey, Juliana, good morning. My Box Watch video, the one I talk about being done with Pop in a Box. Well, good to know. Thank you for saving us all some money today. But what do you guys think about this pin?
I like it. I'm not a big fan of that movie because I honestly probably watched it like one time and it didn't really make an impact. But I feel like it's a very cute pin. I do like the back of card especially. I think Michael's the one that's a fan of the Fox and Hound. He doesn't really talk about it much, but I feel like he is one of a fan. But it's pretty cute. I like it.
I feel like Fox and the Hound is such a sad movie. Travis, what do you think about this? Huh?
Right. Aren't you the one that says that people are not big fans of like the anniversary date on there or anything like that?
It's not necessarily anniversary dates, but like dated pins.
That was me.
Yeah, but dated pins. I agree with you on that. When it says like Happy New Year 2021 or Easter 2021, those are the dated pins that not necessarily a lot of people like when it's just celebrating a certain holiday for like a certain year.
Okay.
Not necessarily the anniversaries, but like, yeah, like Easter 2021 or spring 2021, because once 2021 is over, then it's kind of like, all right.
Right.
And it's kind of old now. But what do you think about this pin, Travis?
So yeah, same. You know, with the anniversary things, like I do like how they have the anniversaries or the dates, either or. But I would just prefer it to be like on the back of the pin, like where the edition is, or whatever. Just so it's like it's not taking away from the artwork of the pin or anything like that. That's just my personal opinion. But I think the pin's really cute. I haven't seen Fox and the Hound. Don't hate me, everybody. But
oh no, you're good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Fox and the Hound, so. Something that I definitely need to see, but I think the pin's really cute. I do like how they're doing this legacy collection with these anniversary pins. You want to know what kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Millennium pins back in 2000, where they had like the whole set and had like all the movies. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like,
I do. The pins were smaller for those, right?
They were smaller, but it kind of like has that feel to it. Just the way that it's stylized, it kind of gives me that like feeling of it, but really cute pin.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know what? I don't have any of those Millennium pins.
I know. I was thinking like, where is one? I would go grab one. But I
know. I don't own any of them. Like,
usually.
Really? Because I know they have a Beauty and the Beast one, and don't they have a Jessica Rabbit one too?
Yeah, yeah, they have like pretty much every Disney franchise they have with those.
Okay,
there's over 130 pins in that set.
Okay, yeah. So don't worry, Travis. You know, Connie hasn't seen it. Ali over at Central, Ali hasn't seen it either. I've only seen it once, okay, and I don't remember much. I do remember it being sad and being like, why are all of these like not all, but why are all? Oh my goodness, a lot of these Disney like older movies like sad. I feel like some of the older movies are kind of sad.
Yeah, like Bambi, sad.
Yeah, Dumbo is sad, kind of.
Right.
You know, like what is up with all these like tearjerkers? Like I was like, oh my god.
I mean, when I was a kid, all our parents lied to us about fairy tales. You know, certain things like Santa Claus. Maybe Disney was like trying to ease our way into real life situations.
Oh, be like life is tough.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, isn't there like a meme that says "Life is tough, get a helmet"? I feel
If
like
it
I've
isn't,
seen
it
it.
should be.
I feel like I've seen that in like a meme, but it's true. But going back to this pin, I think it's cute. Not for me because I don't collect it. I don't know if Dirk would want it at some point, but I do like the Legacy collection because it's pretty neat to be able to celebrate all these different anniversaries. And then moving on to some other pins because now we're kind of sprinkling Harry Potter and Disney, kind of like just everything kind of like mixed in. So these are some new pins that are getting to Box Lunch. It looks like they're coming in waves because first we saw the Slytherin one. Now on Wednesday, we actually had the Gryffindor pin, which is $8.90. And we also had the Hufflepuff pin. So these are kind of like their little pen and flag pins. Yeah, $8.90. I feel like they're kind of smaller pins, but I like that they're also bringing in some Harry Potter pins to Box Lunch too. What do you guys think about these?
I like them. I really do like that. It's a little bit more simple. They have each house. And of course, I like the back of card. They always stick to the same kind of pattern. But it's very cute. I like it.
That's what I was gonna say. The first thing that drawed me to it was the backer card. I was like, I really like the backer card. I think that's really cool. And the pin, yeah, I think the pins are cool. I just like I'm into that. You know, Harry Potter's doing some pins and stuff, so they're kind of getting into that. So I think it's pretty cool. I think that would be a nice little collection to have all of those.
Yeah. Now, Travis, what house were you sorted into?
I don't know because I did it. I did the sorting thing like 15 years ago, like when the movies were out, and I want to say it was Gryffindor, but I can't remember. So
okay, so do you feel that you're a Gryffindor though?
I feel like I am, but maybe that's just because that's the house that maybe I like. But then when I saw the Quidditch World Cup with Victor Krum, I was like, well, there's other schools. Maybe I should be in another school.
Right, you're in Durmstrang, like
yeah, right.
Victor
I was like,
Krum.
I don't know.
And then Christian, I gotta ask you. So Ravenclaw for you now or Slytherin?
Lately I've been feeling a Slytherin. I have my personal reasons, but
Gotcha. There's no wrong answer because all the houses are fabulous. Alrighty, and we know that that Michael is a Hufflepuff. So we had these two pins come out on Wednesday. My chat kind of froze on the side, but I'm trying to catch up with some of the comments. Actually, let me do this so I unfreeze this. I'm gonna stop sharing real quick because I want to highlight oh my goodness, Juliana's comment. Yep, where is it? I just saw it on my phone and I was like, oh my goodness, this is too funny. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. My daughter asked why Disney likes killing the parents. I have no idea, but I have noticed there's a pattern where a lot of like the main characters of some of these movies are like orphans.
Well, supposedly it has to do with because how they created the first movies and everything. Walt Disney was reflecting on his personal life because he didn't have a mother.
Right.
So it was kind of based on that. A lot of the movies, it tends to be, especially the princess ones, is female point of view with always missing a mother. Like she never had a mother and always had a father. So I guess they kind of stick with that. And I think as well as movies went on, I feel like that was like on a way to make someone more relatable because whether you don't have a parent or not, it kind of made the main character into like an underdog because they always felt like an outcast. They only have like one parent. They're like either being bullied or being shunned or not really popular. So they kind of do that to kind of draw in, I guess, people who might feel like that. Because even people who are like bullies or people who are popular, there's always insecurities. So there's some attachments when you watch a movie with these kind of underdog characters not having a parent. You kind of have to feel connected to them.
Juliana says she told her daughter she was going to get back to her on that.
Well, there you go.
I know. There you go. You have an answer for that, but it's kind of like it made me think of like the whole like Disney like the greeting or the Disney point where you point like that.
Yeah, the cigarette.
Yep, this whole cigarette with Walt Disney, how he used to smoke, and then in a lot of the movies or whatever we had with him, he was pointing because he had a cigarette. So they were like removed from everything. So now it just became the Disney point. So kind of make me think of that. But going back to some of our news here. So also on Wednesday, I want to say was the first Wednesday of the month, the first or second Wednesday. I forget. I want to say the second Wednesday, either first or second, whatever. Well, it is Wishables Day. Was it the first Wednesday or second Wednesday? I want to say it's the first Wednesday, right? I'll tell you right now. I'm going to look at my calendar.
Yeah, we're gonna see it. It says 4 days ago, so You posted
So,
it.
because I know that, let's see, it is the first. It is the first Wednesday. Okay, because I know it's one of the Wishables typically come out on a Wednesday, but I couldn't remember if it was the first or second Wednesday. But
Yeah,
this
because the
past
first
Wednesday,
landed on a Thursday in this month.
yeah, that's what I was looking. I was like, is this was the first or second Wednesday? But yeah, this was the first Wednesday of the month. Again, that's when you typically see your Wishables being released. So here we have the Incredibles Wishables. I mean, I haven't seen the Incredibles, but honestly, it's a movie that it doesn't really like. I don't know. It doesn't really capture my attention. Like I don't feel like interested enough to watch it. So I don't know if I'll ever watch it. But these came out on Wednesday. What do you guys think about these? And have you guys watched the Incredibles?
Girl, I'm all over the Incredibles. I love them.
Really?
I've watched over and over again. I love, especially Edna Mode. Like she's my favorite. Her
Oh,
and Jack. I love them. I try not to collect so much variety of different things, especially Wishables. But I'm like really tempted on getting this set. I don't know.
yeah. What about you, Travis? What do you think about the Wishables? And have you watched the Incredibles?
Incredibles. I've seen like bits and pieces, but I haven't like sat and watched through any of them. But I feel like I would. I feel like I would enjoy them. So I don't really collect Wishables, but on the side it says they're micro. Does that mean this is like a different style of Wishables? Are they even smaller, or is this just like the regular Wishables that have been out?
They should be the regular Wishables. I think that's what they call them, micro. Because
Oh, they do call them micro. Okay, I wasn't.
yeah,
Sure.
because
That's
they're
the
not.
price. $9.99 is that the normal price? I thought they were a little more expensive for Wishables. No.
No, as far as I know, it's been $9.99. I feel like I heard somewhere that they were going to go up in price. I forget where I heard
Okay.
this, but I think because they're just
They're
smaller
really cute.
plushies, if
Really
you think
cute.
about it. Yeah, the only Wishables I have the Beauty and the Beast set, and then I have a couple of the Coco Wishables.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so not only so these four right here would be the ones that you get in like the mystery bag, which
Okay,
looks
gotcha.
like this.
Yeah.
So a lot of people tend to try to feel out the bag to see if they can kind of figure out what wishable is
Listen,
inside.
they do the same thing with mystery pins too. You know, in those black bags,
True,
you feel it. You know, you're like, all right, this one could be a good one.
true, I agree. So there's the bag for the wishables, and then they do tend to sell a like standalone or separate wishable, like a completer. So the completer is Jack. Um, yeah, it's cute, but not for me. What do you think?
I feel like they missed out on that. What they should have done, because I don't see that there's a chaser for this one. They should have put Jack part of the pack 4 and then let out Mr. Incredible as a standalone, because that's like the main one, I guess. And then they could have had Jack as 3 different chasers, because he evolves into different powers. There's the fire. There he is like made out of steel. There's him like angry. Like there's like different versions that they could have done Jack.
That is interesting. Yeah, there you go, Disney. Christian always has some amazing ideas.
Right.
Someone out there needs to contact Christian. McDorksPOP.
I try. I'm that person that's never happy. I'm always trying to look for what they could have changed.
But you know what? It's because of people like you that companies can make their products that much better and that much more enjoyable, for the collectors. Huh?
I'm like, stop. But keep going.
I know, right? It's kind of like, it kind of makes me think about that box from the Wizarding Trunk that it was made with the Potter Collector. So when you have a collector, like yourself, Christian, and stuff, where what the collectors would want, that's when companies can have can improve their products and make it more enjoyable for the consumer, for the collector. So that's why I'm like, Disney, Loungefly, if you're paying attention.
Yes, please contact me. I need to
so that's what I have for Wednesday. Then moving on to Thursday. On Thursday, we have some new pins being released to Shop Disney. We actually had this Cruella pin set. It's for the live action movie. It's limited edition of 2,100. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 pins. And it is $60, $59.99. I feel like it's not really for me. I haven't watched the movie yet, but it's on the schedule. We're gonna watch this. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. $60 seems like a lot for this. What do you guys think?
That is way too expensive for my pocket, at least. I kind of like it, but I'm not a big fan of every single design there. Like I don't get the lemon. I watched the movie and I honestly don't get the lemon. but it doesn't scream to me $60.
I agree. What do you think, Travis?
Same. I'm 100% on board with that. $60. I mean, it's a lot for pins. 2100 edition. Okay, that's not too crazy, not too bad, but they just don't really grab my attention. They're just, I don't know. They're just okay. I think maybe they make good traders, but I mean, I wouldn't spend $60 on it just to trade them. So I would definitely pass on this.
I agree. Even Connie also says, great movie, but I'll pass on the pins. Hey, Mima, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I just feel like the designs for these pins, I don't know, maybe if they would have went with like a different design, something a little bit better, maybe they could justify the $60 price. But for what it is, I feel like $60 is a lot. So I'm not super into it. I guess maybe if you're like a really like hardcore Cruella collector, you might feel like you might need this. But
Yeah,
this is one of the pins that I could see later on, on the website. Like
which this kind of brings me to a question for you, Melissa and Christian. When it comes to like the regular Disney movies, and then when they come out with the live action movies, are you still going to collect, if it's like your favorite movie, are you going to collect pins from both of those, or do you tend just to stick with, or pops either way, or just stick with the animated or the live action? Do you have a?
So I have a little bit of everything when it comes to Beauty and the Beast. I prefer the classic Beauty and the Beast movie as far as collectibles too. Although I do have some pins that are for the live action Beauty and the Beast movie, and I believe I have a pop that is for the live action movie. I think it's Belle is the live action Belle. I forget. I need to double check. But I mean, I would collect both. But I would be more inclined if I could only get certain items to just get items for the original movie than like the live action movie. But that's just me. What do you think, Christian?
So before I continue with my what I collect, that pin as well, they didn't even put a Dalmatian. Like, I know if you have not seen the movie, no spoilers, I'm sorry, but there's not that much Dalmatians involved in this version. But they could have put a Dalmatian instead of that lemon, and it would have been a little bit more complete. But
I agree.
Going to what Travis, what you're asking, we have collected a lot of things over the years. We tend to like collecting a little bit of what the live action movie is, but we tend to want to stick to more of where it originated from. So for example, we do have like the Lion King, we do have the pops of the animated and the live action, such as the Aladdin and even on Beauty and the Beast, but I still would want to stick more with like the merchandise or anything else that's collectibles with the original animated versions and over the live action.
I agree. And hey, good morning, Christy. Thanks so much for joining us. She says, I will pass. The design on these pins does not warrant the $6 price tag. I prefer the classic Beauty and the Beast movie items too. Yeah, I feel like we're all in agreement here, everybody, that the price seems to be a little much for what it is. And like you said, Christian, if they would have made that lemon instead of a lemon, maybe like a Dalmatian, to kind of like make everything kind of full circle within that pin set, maybe.
Or even better, the mask that she wears in that red dress, or even just a silhouette of her hair. Like, that would have been a lot better than a lemon.
Again, Disney, take notes. But yeah, so it's kind of like a cool idea, but not for me, and definitely not for the price. Now, talking about pops too, because I saw Connie's comment. I'll stick to the original movie, but I do have the live action Beauty and the Beast pop. So, Christian, I hope that you're not gonna talk about this, and if you are, I'm just gonna then skip real quick. But we had some like kind of like pop previews this week. Is this something you're going to talk about? If it is, I'll skip it.
I was, but we can go ahead in conversations, and then we could just skip.
Well, if you want to talk about it, Christian, I was gonna ask Melissa a different question. So if you want me to veer off there, I can do that.
However you guys want.
So you know what? So what I'll do is, Christian, because you tend to go more in detail with this, I'm going to skip this because I wasn't sure if you had it, and then I'll move on to the next thing. But in the meantime, Travis, yes.
Melissa, I was going to ask you because I don't know if you're going to get to it. I try to look through your feed real quick. Did you see the DEC pins for Fox and the Hound? Because we were talking about the Fox and the Hound and all that's coming out, because they look, I mean, I'm not a Fox and the Hound collector, but the DEC pins are pretty awesome. I don't know if you had seen those.
You know what? I might have. I'm actually just pulling up Disney Pins blog on my other window to see if I can find them. So I can show everybody what you're talking about. And then just in case, if you guys didn't know, DEC is the Disney Employee Center store. So these pins are released for cast members, and they are.
They're Mickey's of Glendale, not DEC.
Oh, you know what? I thought you said but you did say DSC, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. I did say DEC. You're correct.
Okay, I was like, oh my goodness. So let me see, because I'm actually looking through Disney Pins blog right now. Oh no, I didn't. I don't think I saw the Mickey's of Glendale one. Let me see. I don't think I did.
Are they on his site?
I was pulling up his. Let me see, because he has a flyer here for the Great Mouse Detective. It looks like we're gonna have. Oh, I think it's part of that same flyer. Let me see.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, taking me a little bit to load this on the other side. Okay. So I think this is what you're talking about. Let me go ahead and share my screen there instead. Let's see. Share screen. Stop sharing. Hello.
I was waiting for him. Like, she's gonna go back to us.
I know. I was like, hello. Let me see. Where is it? So I think this is what you're talking about, Travis. Actually, since I have it here, if you want to talk about it, because I just pulled it up, so I can just show it as you talk about that.
I mean, I saw the flyer. We're talking about Fox and the Hound. So they're doing these film strips again, which has been a series that's been long running for, I want to say, a couple years now, this film strip series. So they have the Great Mouse Detective. There's a Winnie the Pooh one there, and then Fox and the Hound. So these are all anniversary pins. So as you can see, it's 40th anniversary for Fox and the Hound. Winnie the Pooh, 10th anniversary. Is that like 10th? Yeah, I guess 10th.
10th anniversary. That's weird.
It is weird. Like, Winnie the Pooh's been around a long time.
Are they talking about maybe a live action movie? That's kind of weird, unless that it's a typo. Because I do see that the Reluctant Dragon is 80 years.
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, these are really cool though, and especially the Great Mouse Detective. I feel like you don't see a whole lot of that.
Mm-hmm. It kind of gives me like those PODM vibes, the piece of Disney with the film strip in there, where you can kind of see.
You know what? I don't have any of those. Oh my goodness!
I have one, and they're like, I don't know if I told you the story, but Stacey and I, this was like in the very beginning, like back in 2013 when we were first starting pin trading. We were at Epcot, and Stacey's favorite series is Aladdin, and they had those PODMs at the pin store at Epcot, and we're looking at them. We have like 5 in our hands, and we're looking at them, and beautiful like film strips in there, or like with Jasmine on the carpet. They're like so beautiful.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like telling Stacey, I'm like, what do you want to do? Do you want to get these? And we turn it over. It's like $25. I'm like, $25? I can't spend $25 on a pin. Oh my gosh! If only I just would have bought those, it would have been so great.
They are a lot more now. They're like like $200 a piece now.
Yeah, a piece easy. Depending on the scene, it really goes by the scene that's in the center. I was like, oh man, it hurts so bad thinking about it, but beautiful. But it kind of gives me like that feel with the film strip in there a little bit.
These Mickey's of Glendale films are amazing. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
I just wanted to go ahead and get you guys caught up on the Winnie the Pooh. So in 2011, Winnie the Pooh did come out with a movie that was actually supposed to be released a bit earlier, I believe. That's all I was trying to remember, because I remember there was a song that they played on there that that came out a while back, and I was kind of interested in why they used it, and it was because that movie was supposed to release, I think, a little bit earlier than it did release, but it was a 2011 film of like Winnie the Pooh going on an adventure to find Eeyore, because they couldn't find him, and rescue Robin from a monster or something like that.
Okay, so that's what it's for. Because I was gonna say, there's no way Winnie the Pooh is 10 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I think they're basing it more on film, so they're going on that film of the Winnie the Pooh one that came out.
All right.
Everything, yeah.
Well, thank you for letting us know that. I did not know that. I'm a big fan.
So with all these WDI pins, I've said it in my videos before. I think this is my personal opinion. Like, WDI is the best quality. They're so beautiful and phenomenal. Disney Auctions is really nice too, but I think as of now, I think WDI might have it. But just they're low limited edition, and they're like all the pins that come from them. They're always like big. They're very big, and they're very detailed.
The Walt Disney Imagineering pins.
Yeah, the WDI pins, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, side note, squirrel moment right now. So D23 is going to have their event. Hey, T, good morning. They're going to have their event in Disney World later on this year. Now, Travis, I think that you mentioned before that you have been to one of their Destination D events.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I've never been to a Destination D event, and they typically tend to have one of these like Mickey's of Glendale and Walt Disney Imagineering like pop-up shop when they do the Destination D events, right?
Yes. So yeah, I've been to a few of the Destination Ds. They're once every 2 years. I think they kind of alternate with the D23 Expo that's in California. So 1 year will be them, then 1 year will be us. But yes, they do have pop-up shops. Really, it's kind of like an event where you can listen to different speakers talk about different things that are happening with Disney, but they do have different shopping events. And Mickey's of Glendale usually does come and they do a pop-up store at the event at the Destination D. And people who are D23 members that go can have access to buy some of these pins, which, normally these pins can only be purchased by cast members. So when they come, it's a great opportunity to try to get some of these pins, for your own collection or to use to trade. But it's awesome. It's very crazy. Like I remember waiting in line for a long time, but the last time that I went, they did start going to an RSP like they do for the pin events. It's like a random selection process. This is what happened. This is what happened the last time that we went. So you kind of put in the one you want the most and then kind of go down from there. And then it randomly kind of generates it, which on one part of it, I think is nice because you don't have to get up early and wait in line and do all that kind of stuff. And then it's just kind of like random and hopefully you'll get at least something that you want. But then the other part of me is like, I'll go wait in line, to have the best chance to get what I want. So it kind of goes both ways. But last time when they did do the RSP, it worked out pretty good. That's when the Mickey profiles were out, the sorcerer and the Mickey profiles.
We know those go for a lot of money.
Stacey and I got a few of those, so that was really nice. But all of the pins from WDI are really nice. So I didn't see that they said Mickey's of Glendale will be there in the flyer, but I'm really hoping that they are.
And so far, we still have no idea when the tickets are going to go on sale. It just says sometime in July, right?
Sometime in July, yeah.
Hey, Zach, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning from North Cali. I can't stay for a short time today. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm really excited because I've never been to any kind of a D23 event. I've been a member of the fan club for a couple of years now, but you know how it's been a little crazy the past year and a half with, the pandemic and things like that. So hopefully I can make it to this event. Now, Destination D, that typically happens in Orlando, Travis, or do they move that to different places?
Yeah, usually it's in Orlando. Usually it's held at the Contemporary Resort in Disney. But it's awesome, and they do like a lot of like giveaways and things like that. I remember when we went, Pandora was just opening, and they had James Cameron there talking about he was there. Like, he was talking with everyone about how it's going to be and how cool it is, and it was just really cool. Like just listening to these. I know he's not an Imagineer, but like listening to these people talk about their vision and everything, and they talk about it like it's a real place. Like they're not like, well, it's going to be like this. Like it is like this. The mountains are floating. It's like it's very like immersive. It was just really cool to kind of hear and listen to them. And what I was leaning in towards is they were giving away like free, not free, but part of the giveaways they were doing posters of Pandora. So they gave you like these tubes of like all these posters, and the area wasn't even open yet. So you like got some exclusive merch that was really cool.
And now one last question about the 23 or Destination D. How much do the tickets typically go for? Are we talking about expensive tickets, or what has been your experience in the past with Destination D?
It's been a while now because they didn't do one the past 2 years. I want to say it was like 100. I want to say it was like over 100, like 150 or a little bit more, maybe close to 2 or so. But that's it's 2 days, so that's for like the Friday and Saturday. It's for like the 2 days, and that's access to all the panels exclusive that you can shop to the stuff. So I think it's worth it, even if you weren't going to buy the pins or buy any of the merchandise. I do think it's worth it. It's just really cool just to be in that environment with all these other people who love Disney and listen to the different things that are happening, and it's awesome. I would definitely recommend it.
All righty, perfect. So I'm definitely gonna have to keep an eye out for that. But I'm about to show everybody's faces. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And then I did want to go over a couple more news, but Christian did bring up a good point. Has anyone seen Black Widow yet? I haven't yet.
Haven't seen it.
Zach said he got a ticket to watch it later today. So we were supposed to go last night, but we didn't make it. So maybe sometime today. Worst case scenario, we'll get it on Disney Plus. But Christian, with no spoilers, did you like it? You're muted.
Come on now. I muted it because my dogs were barking and I forgot to do it. Anyways, the movie is really good. I will say that something about it just doesn't kind of fit so well with Marvel, like in the sense of like how Marvel's been going on. It kind of give me like almost like a series vibe, but it's a very good movie. I do like the action in it. There is some comedy in there, and I do like the relationship that there is involved with all these different characters. I'm obsessed with it. I will say that there isn't a post credit, so please stick through the movie to watch it.
There are going to have post credits.
Yeah, there's one. There is one. So I do recommend for those who have not seen it to stick around. If you already have seen it, I don't know if you can find one clip of it online or probably watch it again. But there is one at the end, so it does tie in. So I will recommend you guys to watch it. But it's a fantastic movie for what I've been waiting for. But I do understand, and I did have my opinions on it. And when I read online about people's reviews, the negative reviews kind of fit into what I was discussing, how it just kind of seemed a little too late to give her this movie, because this movie's actually been planned for about 10 years now. Like, they literally wanted to make a Black Widow movie a long time ago. It just never presented itself in a good time. And then finally, when they really did make the movie, COVID happened, so it didn't come out until now. And it's been the whole hype of the whole Marvel Phase 3 was a little bit over now. We're going into Phase 4, so this kind of ties in more with Phase 3, but it is the first movie going into Phase 4. But you will enjoy it. I will say you will enjoy it.
So this is just like a story of Black Widow.
Yeah, it's a prequel. This takes place right after the Age of Ultron, going into Infinity War.
Okay.
This is right in the middle. There's something that happens with her, because if you watch the Age of Ultron, the Avengers split up. So they're not together anymore. So they kind of like went on their separate ways, and then you see them again, and Natasha's like all with blonde hair, and she's hanging out with Captain America with this beard now. So you don't know what happened in between the movies, and this is kind of takes place somewhere in the middle of those two movies.
We have a bit of an echo. Oh, I think it just went away. I don't hear it anymore. I was going to say, I hear an echo. But hey, Michael B, he is back. So I feel like everybody feels the same way as you do, Christian, about the movie. Connie says, yes, everyone was waiting in the theater for the end scene. Mima says, was totally worth the wait. And then Connie says, I love Black Widow. I have read her two books too.
Ooh,
hey,
and
Michael
another
B.
thing, if you go to AMC theaters, the first night that it opened up, they had comic books giving out for free for those who watch it in IMAX. Mind you, I don't know. It's until limited, until the supplies last. So I don't know how many people have been watching it. I don't have the IMAX and so forth. So maybe check your local AMC if you're going to go watch it, to ask maybe they have any more, or find out, call them, and they do, then go buy a ticket and go to the AMC.
Cool. I like that they do that. They've been doing that with a lot of like Disney movies and Marvel movies. They've been releasing pins too, like for free, because that's how I got a free pin when we watched Onward at the movies. And then they were giving out a pin, I think when Ultron came out, it was like a Thanos pin, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But that is pretty cool. Let me see here. Juliana says, I think they should make one for each Avenger. It would be cool to know what they were doing while Black Widow was happening. Michael loves your shirt, Christian.
Thank you.
And Mima says, in the theater we went to, they didn't turn on the house lights until after the end scene. Oh, that's good. That's a good cue for people to know that, hey, just kind of
hang out, right?
Yeah.
And as well, for those who also like it, maybe Michael, you can purchase this. This is actually from Amazon.
Can we make you full screen so we can see your shirt? Woo!
So you got Alexi over here, and Natasha in the middle, and then Yelena on this side. That's her sister. Well, you watch the movie, you're gonna see parts of this, but this is from a collector course box on Amazon that came out last year before the movie was supposed to come out. So they might be having some in stock, because they tend to do that unless they already went crazy and decided to buy it now. But it comes with a shirt, 2 pops, a pin, and I think a decal sticker.
That is pretty cool, actually. So there you have it, guys. That's where Michael got, or Christian. Oh my God, Christian got his shirt. I was reading Michael's name on the chat, so that's why I said Michael. He
He's
left
gone.
me.
He's gone. He's back.
So there's a couple more things that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to pass it on to Travis and also to Christian because they both have some news that they want to discuss with us real quick. So also now we have on Thursday, there was actually a pin released through Amazon. So if you guys are WandaVision fans, here we have this Agatha pin. Let me go ahead and I'm sorry, not Amazon. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you right now. I'm like,
Entertainment Earth. That's what I
Amazon?
meant to say. Entertainment Earth. It's available for pre-order and it's going to become available in August, or it's coming in August. So it's a lenticular pin, $12.99. I think it's cool. I mean, not necessarily for me because I don't collect WandaVision, even though I did love the series. But
it's about time you watched it, Melissa. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, right. For a moment.
I know, my goodness. So what do you guys think about this pin?
I really do like it. I am gonna purchase it. I just don't want to buy it alone because their shipping is expensive. At least for the pops, they're like $6 for shipping, and I'm like, I'm only getting one pop. Like, calm down. So I need to figure that out. But I am posting the link, by the way, for the Amazon collector course box for those who do not have it and want to buy it. But yeah, I do like this pin. I actually do want to see Michael is in love with it as well. But it will go for sure well with our collection pieces from WandaVision.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it is cool. And I like that the design on the pin makes Agatha look more like she's like in comic form, you know?
Yeah. And what as well, if you guys don't know, it's a lenticular, right? So the first one that you see is her with the surprise face that, oh my God, Sparky is dead. And that's the episode, you know. No spoilers, but y'all needed to watch it like 3 months ago, 5 months ago. But that one is when she was acting like she was all innocent, and then later on when we found out who Agatha was, they showed a scene of her laughing with Sparky in her hand, and that's what's on the right.
So messed up. She called Sarah McLachlan on her. You know, yay, just in case. And hey, Malik Adventure, thanks so much for joining us this morning. But yeah, I think it's a cool pin. It's just not for me, at least. I mean, I don't have any WandaVision collectibles yet. I do want to get some Wanda pops, or Scarlet Witch pops. So
you need to get this one. If you
oh
can
my
find
gosh, let me see. I'm gonna make it full screen. You know what? I don't know how I feel about Vision in that form. I think he looks kind of.
I love it. It's based on the comics as well, but I love this pop, and it has a very like iridescent shimmer to it. Like
it is so pretty, cool. And it's glow in the dark.
Yep.
But you know, I want to get some of the Scarlet Witch pins. I think, or not pins, pops. I think those came out actually really nice. So. Maybe some of those, but jumping on to some other news real quick, some more pin news. So on Friday, we have this pin being released through Box Lunch. This is the third pin, if I'm not mistaken, in the Jungle Cruise pin series through Box Lunch. $12.90. I don't think it's terribly priced. It's comparable to, you know, any park pin, like open edition park pin. I like that it has the pin trading logo on the backer card. We've seen this backer card before because there are 2 other pins that were released from this series. I really like this one because this one to me does really like represent what the Jungle Cruise is all about. Not just because it just says, you know, Jungle Cruise on it, but it has like the little oh my goodness. It's not a steering wheel. What do you call that thing?
You know what? I'm just gonna call it a wheel.
Of that thing. I don't know if that's what it's called. Well, I like
there's a name for it. I just don't know what it is.
I know. It's on a steering wheel. What is this part called? Oh my gosh.
I want to say the helm, but I don't think it's the helm.
I'm a fake fan. Well, that thing that you would use to steer the boat. I like that you can also see the boat in the back, and it says the world famous Jungle Cruise. I really like this pin. I do have some Jungle Cruise pins, but it's not one of my main collections, so I don't see myself getting this one. But I think it's really cool. What do you guys think about this pin?
I think it's adorable. I do like the fact that the lining of it is not so thick. Now, I don't know your guys' opinion on that, but there are a lot of the pins that tend to be at least small as well, or just the line itself for some reason. It's very bold, and it takes away from the true form of what the pin is trying to I guess show. So this one, the gold lining around everything, you can still see the Jungle Cruise very vividly. You can see the boat, you can see everything very clear. So I do like that, especially the fact that it's a $12 pin. You know, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Usually there's pins like it's just too bold, and it takes away the coloring and the form of what it's showing.
So Zach and Malik Adventures to the rescue. Zach says it's usually called the ship's wheel. The position is known as the helm,
Oh,
and the
see, I didn't
person
know.
usually manning that position is called the helmsman, found on Quora. Malik's Adventure says a ship's wheel or boat's wheel is a device used aboard a water vessel to steer that vessel. Thanks, guys.
Yes,
Thank you
come
so
through
much.
with that Google.
Coming through.
All right, perfect. You know what? I just went to like Wizarding Trunk real quick on their website just in case they released the box like an hour early, and all of a sudden I saw that their website had crashed. So I guess people must be trying to like log on now. But it's 1 p.m. Eastern, but then I refresh and it's back on. But yeah, I'm on the lookout for this box. Connie says, cute pin. I'm sure we will see more as the movie comes out. Movie looks great. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. All these movies that Disney has been coming out with have been really good. I talked about this last week, but we finally watched Luca, and I thought it was really cute. Have you seen Luca yet, Travis?
Haven't seen Luca yet, but it's on my list. It looks really cute. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah.
Throw the list away and watch it ASAP. That's all I'm saying.
What did you say, Christian? To watch ASAP?
To throw the list away and watch the movie ASAP.
I know.
That movie is really worth it. Don't be like.
Well, I have to watch it with Stacey, so it's like we gotta both be together to watch it and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be like Melissa watching it 5 months later. So.
I know, I get it.
Listen, I watched that. That's what matters. Talking about one more thing, Christian, I know you're gonna have some strong opinions about this. So
real quick, I wanted to mention about that pin real quick.
Let me go back.
So this pin is for the movie?
I believe so. I'm not too sure. I am thinking it could be for the movie because since the movie is coming out, they might be, because that's what Disney typically tends to do, right? They turn to release items right before the movie comes out to kind of promote it. I think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't see that there's any anniversary.
So. No,
you don't think so?
Because the movie is called Jungle Cruise, and this one is stated underneath it, the Jungle Cruise famous excursion.
Gotcha.
And even says the logo pin, so I'm guessing it's based for the cruise.
The actual ride.
Yeah, if it was for the movie, I think they would have put more of like the movie scenery or stated that it was from the movie. But I think it's based on because the way the logo is written and everything, that looks like from the park.
Because I don't think, I don't know I don't think it's for an anniversary. I think otherwise it would have said an anniversary.
No, I think they're just making a pin just to make the pin more.
Okay. It could be. Yeah, there you go. I'm a fake fan. Let's see what else we have here.
Yeah, that logo pin. Yeah, I like how it's crazy that somewhere like Box Lunch, it looks like it's a pin that's from the park with that pin trading logo on the left-hand side. So, I wish that wheel spun. I wish they had like a spinning element. I think that would be pretty cool.
I actually have a mini jumbo pin when it was, I forget what anniversary this was for Jungle Cruise. It came out in 2017. I know what you're
talking about, and that pin's really cool.
It's like it's a mini jumbo pin, and then you can actually move the wheel on it. Cool. And Juliana said, Christian has strong opinions. No way. But talking about strong opinions, so we finally got a good preview of what the pin is gonna look like for the Stitch Crashes Disney 7th release, which features Sleeping Beauty. We don't have a release date just yet. It's just coming soon. What do you think about this, Christian?
I'm obsessed with the Stitch line. I'm not a huge fan that they chose to base this on the cake. With this whole Stitch thing and everything, I do like it. I just I don't know. There's some opinions that I have. I don't want to be rude. I want to be hired by Disney one day.
Listen, it's just tough love. I do see that there's some writing on Stitch's ears. The one says make it blue, the other one says make it pink. I think it's so cute. I had not really noticed that until now. And then like on the patterns, like on his little head, like right here, you can see the little what's it called? The pinwheel? No, that thing that Aurora like kind of like pricks her finger on. Something wheel. Oh my God, wheels and me this morning. What is going on?
It's the spinning wheel or something like that.
Something like that, right?
We know what it is.
Right. Well, that thing right here is right.
I do like it. I really do like it. I feel like they could have done other movies instead of Sleeping Beauty. I'm not a big fan of Sleeping Beauty, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like I do like it. I do like the concept. I do like the idea of it. I don't know. I just wish it was a different movie and not having to do with Sleeping Beauty.
I see. So we have some opinions here. Connie says, I don't like it, but still we'll get it because I need to finish the set.
Same.
Kaylin says, the cake was my favorite scene in Sleeping Beauty as a kid, so I love this one. Spinning wheel. Spindle. There you go. The spindle. I don't know. I mean, I think that his pose is really cute, but I'm just not really a fan of the candles on his head. What do you think, Travis?
Same. I was just gonna say that. I'm not a fan of the candles on the head, but I do like how they went with the pink and the blue, and I like how, I'm all about little details. So I do like how, the pink one says make it pink and the blue says make it blue in his ears. So the little touches I really do like. I think the backer card looks good, but I don't know. For me, I just don't. I just don't care for the candles, and I really like Sleeping Beauty the movie. So, I think to complete the collection, yeah. And is this what the plush is going to look like with the candles on his head as well?
Yes.
Plush yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that either, but that's just.
And for those who are, I don't know, somehow run into it or don't want it, we're missing Pinocchio, so please hit us up if you got Pinocchio.
By the way, did you see that they restocked the Aladdin plush recently?
Yeah,
oh, it was Aladdin, not Pinocchio, and I did not know about Aladdin that it got restocked, so I'm suffering in silence right now.
So hold on, you need Pinocchio or Aladdin?
Aladdin, I meant Aladdin. We got Pinocchio. That's the one that we just recently got.
Yeah, so it restocked maybe like a week ago or so, and I looked at it yesterday, and it was there, but it was like sold out. Like the image was there, but when you click on it, it says sold out. Well, if I see it again, I will definitely let you know. The one thing about these pins that I like is that they are fairly big. They're bigger than I thought they would be. Now, Christian, these tend to be around 30. Is it 25 or 30 bucks for the pins?
I think it is 25.
25. Okay.
I mean, the plush is 30, and then the magic band is like 36.
Okay. I gotcha. Which one is your favorite item out of all this? I think we've talked about this before. Is it the plush or the magic band? I think you're leaning towards
my
the magic
favorite.
band, right?
My favorite is the plush.
Okay.
And the magic band is just like an extra touch to it. And what they could have done for this one, if anything, was 101 Dalmatians instead of Sleeping Beauty. Especially the Cruella came out this year.
True.
They could have totally made him look like a Dalmatian with a collar. That would have been cute.
I can see that. That's cute. Now there's a couple more things I want to talk about, and then I'll pass it on to you guys. So then on Friday, was it Friday? No, we're already on Friday. On Saturday, yesterday. So these pins right here are actually part of her universe. And so these are pins released through Box Lunch, $9.90. I think there's three or four of these pins. The first one is Jack. It's $9.90. I really like this like stained glass type of like element here. I think it makes it look kind of cool. So $9.90 for this one. Then the other her universe pin is actually a Lilo and Stitch pin.
That's what I mean. That what I was talking about before, the whole outlining. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that.
No, you're good. You say that you like that or that you don't like that?
I don't like it because it takes away the image. Like you can't even see Lilo's eyes. Like where it at?
I know. Yeah, maybe because a lot of the times when you see the artwork like that on the website and you actually get the pin tends to look a lot nicer than the artwork here. So hopefully in person that pin looks a little bit nicer. We also had this one. This one is another Nightmare Before Christmas pin, $9.90. It looks like they're all going to have the kind of like either shimmering effect with the glitter or maybe some sort of stained glass effect. So this one's $9.90. And then the other one or the fourth one was for Up. And this one is $9.90. I just noticed that all the pins were $9.90 except for Lilo and Stitch. It was like $3 more. What do you guys think about these?
Don't like them. No, I like at least the Night Before Christmas. That one's really cute. I do like that one. I'm not a big fan of this one. There's a lot of orange. I don't understand. Maybe it's because of the badge. I don't know. It's kind of cute, but with Up, I tend to tie it in with multiple colors, like rainbows and stuff. But I do like the Night Before Christmas one. That one's very cute.
Which one? The one that's just Jack or the other one?
The one with Jack and Sally in the tent.
Okay. What about you, Travis? What do you think about these?
All right. So kind of piggyback off of what Christian was saying about the what do you want to call it, like the border, the outline, and how they use different colors like black or silver, and how you can't it kind of dulls the the effect of it. I agree with you, and some of those pins from Acme, they would have different variants. They would have like a rose gold background, a gold background, silver, and black. And even though it's the same pin, when they do use those different outlines, the pin like looks different. Like it can look better with a rose gold background versus a, silver. So I definitely hear you on that, Christian. But these pins itself, I like the Jack Skellington with the fire because I love stained glass pins. So I think the stained glass is cool. And to be honest with you, I've never really seen a pin like that. There's so many Jack Skellington pins with him in like the scene that you're showing right now, and just the fire one. It's just different. So I like that there is a little bit of creativity there. And it's, the Stitch one is really cute. I think that's awesome. And I agree with Christian on the Up one. I think the colors, like when I think of Up, I think of a lot of the rainbow colors and things like that. So I don't know if they're trying to go with like he's out on an adventure, it's summertime, it's hot, but I just think the colors don't really do any justice for that pin. I think they could have went a different route.
I agree with you. And I know her universe or our universe, I believe the owner, isn't she the one that voices
Ahsoka Tano. Yes.
Yeah, in the cartoons, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll see some more pins done by our universe or her universe. Now there's a
what I really like is I really like how all these companies are like coming out with pins. It's cool that they're at the parks and stuff, but I like how like Amazon, Target's doing some now. You always have the box lunch Loungefly. I feel like it gives people a good opportunity to get pins, either to use them for their collection or for traders. And I'm hoping that one day that'll help with the issue that we have in the parks with the scrappers. Yeah, because now there's so many more pins that you can get that are a decent price that you can use for trading. So hopefully that will like kind of fluctuate in there and you won't have to trade for scrapper pins all the time at the park.
I agree. And good morning or good afternoon, castles, capes, and clones. Thanks so much for joining us. But you know what? And then you say that squirrel moment. I was watching a video yesterday, and then I believe the channel name was Pray Eat Disney. Pray. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible. But she was talking in her video about like what pins to bring to the parks, and basically just
Don't
saying.
Tell me. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, she just said that which we already know, that when you trade with cast members at the parks, it's always risky, right? Because there's a big chance you're going to get a scrapper. Right. And then she was just saying that basically she brings pins that she doesn't care whether she like loses or whatever. So, which is, I think that's the one thing you have to keep in mind, that if you go trade at the parks, there's a big chance you would get a scrapper. For those of you guys that don't know, a scrapper or a fake pin is just really a counterfeit pin, which really has no monetary value compared to a real pin, right? So that's what a scrapper or a fake pin is. And then she was talking in her video about why she doesn't understand why some people get really upset about the scrappers, that she doesn't really care about it. But I actually left a comment just saying that the difference is that because scrappers have no monetary value, when you trade a real pin for it, it's like you're cheated out of your money. It's like you just threw $20 away because this scrapper is worth nothing. So, but I did like her take on, if you go to the parks and you trade, it's kind of like at your own risk. And then, if you're going to keep that scrapper in your collection, it's fine, but do not trade a scrapper or a fake pin, because it's not something you're supposed to do. And if you go on eBay and you see a pin lot of $50 50 pins for $50 or 50 pins for $20, they are not authentic, because there's no way, even the cheapest pin that you can buy is not going to be $1. Chances are those are going to be scrapper pins. But you kind of made me think about that, and the fact that they're coming out with these
and it goes into what people collect too. Like if you like the pin because you like the pin, then that's fine. If it's going to be in your collection and you want to trade for a scrapper, if you didn't know, or if you did know, it doesn't matter. Like as long as you like the pin. But it's just it's good. What you're saying is sometimes you feel like you're kind of cheated because you paid so much for this pin and then you traded it for a pin that you liked and you thought it was a real pin and it's not, and then it's like lost that money. But if people listening, if you're on Facebook, there's a lot of Facebook groups and there's a lot of people that sell authentic pins for like really cheap, like $2 a pin and stuff. So you can get cheaper traders that way than going on to eBay or doing whatever. So there is other options for, a good amount for trader pins to use in the parks.
Absolutely. And I agree with what you said about like, it's cool that now companies like Box Lunch and even Hot Topic, they're coming out with these pins that are similar to a Disney park pin. So that way these pins are more accessible to people, so that you can have, I guess, a variety of pins when you're going to go trade.
Right.
So I do agree with you on that. Mr. Christian, what do you think about that? Have you ever traded pins, Christian?
No, I don't even want to. I feel like I'm so like new to the pin collecting that I just still don't understand by
You
value.
have so many great resources. You got me, you got Melissa. We're here for you.
Yeah, but if you're not there, like on my own, I cannot do that. Like if I was with you guys, like if we were like doing certain event together, like maybe or beforehand, I can get your opinions and so on and so forth. But like if I was going at the last minute or had pins or something like that, like I don't think that I can do it on my own. I'm not very knowledgeable yet on that to stand alone and know what's best. Nor am I that interested in trading pins. Like it's not like how there is certain pops that I do know that I want to get, and I do know how, like I do have pops that I want to trade. But with pins, it's just like there's so many different versions that I don't know a certain pin that I'm requiring, I'm needing to get. If it's like the only ones I already know is like the Stitch ones. Like if somebody has a Stitch one and I have something else, like that for sure, because I know that I need the Stitch one. I know about the Stitch one and what collection piece it comes from. But other than that, no. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Connie was saying. She's like, well, I got to get this Stitch one to complete the set. So it's kind of like once you open that Pandora's box and you start a set, it's like, all right, and you're gonna do what it takes to complete the set, even if you're not like, oh, I love this pin, but you're gonna get it just to complete the set. Probably the same thing with the castles, the castle collection, but those ones, a lot of them are really pretty. Which I want to ask you real quick, Christian, do they have like issues with like fakes in the pop world? Do they have like fake pops? Okay.
Oh yeah. Especially one, they could be different varieties of like fakes they can find. Like there's ones that are worth like hundreds of dollars and people will make an imitation of it, and there's ways that you can tell how it's a fake. But there can even be ones that are not so valuable but it's still wanted. Like it's like the recent one was Ghostface before
and it would come like in the box and everything, like it would come the way with you. Okay.
And the box would be fake and everything. Like the Scream one, the newest movie is coming out, Scream 5. So the price value of the main character, the serial killer from Scream, which is Ghostface, it was like $65 like last year, and now it's like $100 and something. But even when it was $65, they were still making fakes out of it because it was known that it was a good pop that people wanted, and there was only one version of it. So people will still make it. Doesn't matter the value. It just matters of how many people want it.
Side note, I just purchased some pops on eBay. I should have asked you first, but I ended up buying the Hogwarts Express Funko Pop set. It was an out of the box one. Honestly, I was gonna display it out of the box anyway, so it's whatever. So I didn't pay as much for it. So I ended up paying, I think it's like $81 for the 3, because it was an out of the box. And I always say I haggled with the person because they were selling it for $125. But I'm like, listen, these are out of the box. I can tell they've been displayed. So I'll do like $81.
Yeah, it's fine. eBay, I don't recommend anybody getting anything from China. Not that China like has like a habit of or whatever, but a lot of things that people have found, whether it's Funko Pops or other things, anything that comes from China normally on eBay has been found to be a counterfeit, a fake, or a fraud, like whatever you want to consider it. Like it was not the real thing. The best thing to do if you're getting a valuable pop, one of the websites that I do recommend, it's called Whatnot. It's an app that you can download on your phone and you can buy pops from there. They do like authenticity, like background, like they make sure that they can tell.
Yeah.
Whoever's selling something on there, they have to take certain pictures, the serial number and everything, just to get validated from whoever is the one that's doing the process of it. So they have a little bit more on there. Other websites as well, like I think Mercari, if you find that it is a counterfeit or fake, you can report it and they will return your money back. I don't know how eBay works.
They don't have anything like that for us, Melissa, with checking, fake pins or whatever.
I know, right? I wish we had something like that. But you know what? Going back to the pops, Christian, I'll have to send you a picture later. I mean, like I said, I could tell that the pops were like used because I was zooming into the pictures and it looked a little bit used, but like it didn't look terrible. But do you know if that pop set is known to be like counterfeited a lot?
No, not that I'm aware of. Mm-mm.
Okay, because I'm like, darn it. Afterwards, I was like, I should have asked Christian first.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. I haven't heard so many reports about, or I haven't heard any reports based on that Harry Potter set that was getting faked. But there's other ones, but not that one.
Okay, now I was kind of trying to catch up with the chat here. So Castles, Caves, and Clones was saying trading is scary at first, but it's lots of fun once you get into it. You know what? I am more of a collector than a trader, to be honest. I have traded, but typically I tend to trade for mystery pins that I am missing. It honestly gives me like anxiety to try to trade for like a higher value pin, just because even though I know that some pins have a higher value than others, sometimes it's hard for me to pinpoint and be like, okay, well, this pin's value is actually like $150. So sometimes I have to kind of really check eBay for sold prices, so I have a better idea of what it's going for now. But that gives me a bit of anxiety. So typically when I trade for pins that are like,
you can do it, Melissa. You can do it. You can do it.
Goodness. So I typically trade for like mystery pins and some other pins that I know they're not like crazy expensive, like a profile pin, for example. But it's I am like I trade. I know some pins that are more valuable than others, but I'm still kind of working my way around like knowing the specific values for certain things.
Right. And what's funny is people trade differently too. Some people trade by value. They're like, well, this is the value on eBay or whatever platform they want to use to see what things have sold for. But then other people trade by like the edition, like the limit, like if it's limited edition or limited release or open edition. So it really just depends on the person who you're trading with, because some people don't want to trade a limited edition pin for an open edition pin, even if they're the same value. Like if it's an older open edition, like they just don't, they won't do that. So it really just depends on who you're trading with.
I feel like from my experience alone, people that only trade based on the limited edition size, not necessarily based on the popularity or the value of the pin, tend to be some of the more inexperienced traders. From what I have experienced myself, like I'll know like, oh well, this pin might be an LE 1000, but guess what? This pin is like super popular and it has a lot more value than this LE, I don't know, 300 that nobody wants. Like, when you do the DSSH pins online releases, there are some of those LE pins that are like really low edition pins, but they're not very popular. Like they're not popular.
I go back and forth with that. I feel the same way. Like they're low limited edition. They're like 300 or less.
Right.
They're hard to get. A lot of times they're only released to the California residents.
Right.
And it's like, so it definitely can. I definitely agree with what you're saying.
I think it depends on the character too, because like I don't even know. Like for example, that series which we haven't watched yet, Artemis Fowl. So the series or a movie, I forget. So Artemis Fowl pins were still available at the Disney Studios or Hollywood online like store for like a while, and they were low edition size pins, like 400, 300, but they were just not popular. So if I was just to offer that up for like a pin that has maybe like a higher edition size where it's more popular, it's kind of like, I don't know, it depends. Like I don't know, like a lower edition size doesn't necessarily mean that a pin's worth a lot. That's what I was trying to get at. Based on the character. But there's one more thing or two more things that I want to talk about, because I have just been kind of like just hoarding the time here. But there's a couple more things that I wanted to talk about. So tomorrow, Monday, we typically see some new things on Shop Disney. So tomorrow, Monday, we're going to have some new styles for Nuimos. So I guess new clothing, maybe, I don't know if you'll see some new actual Nuimo dolls, but tomorrow morning or tomorrow sometime you will see that on Shop Disney. Now, have you guys been collecting any other Nuimos? Christian, I know you have some, right?
Yes, we have 3. We're missing Minnie to complete it because I don't want to go crazy. So we do have Stitch and Angel and Mickey. So we're just needing Minnie to complete it. But we only have like a few like outfits, probably one outfit for each one. We're not going too crazy on trying to set them all up for a lifestyle. There's I know that certain people, they're like collecting every single outfit that's been coming out. I cannot do that. I have gotten one, they're presented, and they're there.
What about you, Travis? What do you think?
I'm just trying to hold strong by just trying to focus on pins, but it's so hard. You have the Wishables. I think maybe that's what I was confusing was the Nuimos? Is it Nuimos? Nemos? Nuimos. Yeah, maybe these and the Wishables. Maybe I was confusing those because these are more expensive than the Wishables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're $17.99, I believe.
Okay, I think that's where my head was at when I saw the Wishables with the incredible ones. But yeah, I mean they're super cute. But I just like I can't like start different collections. I'm trying so hard, but they're super cute.
Yeah, looks like Castles, Capes, and Clothes. They're really excited for new clothing for the Nuimos. That's another thing. The clothing is separate. You get like a naked Nuimo most of the time, right?
They come Well, depending if they're already naked to begin with, like Stitch is not known to wear clothes, so he was already not wearing clothes. But Mickey came with his little red shorts. It was actually, I believe, already attached, like
Cool.
sewed in. It's not like a thing you take off to put a new one. No, it's like it's in the fabric. I don't remember how many. I don't know if Minnie came with the skirt, but yeah, that's basically how it is.
Gotcha. And then Connie was saying that she'd like to trade, but she's not sure of the rules. Need a pin trading 101 class. Yeah, I mean, Connie, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm sure Travis would also be happy to answer any questions. Yep. Now, not only are we going to have this week, but this is something that I wanted to mention real quick too. So on Thursday, on the 15th. I
cannot believe it's starting July 15th. Like I'm in.
Yeah, that is insane. The Food and Wine Festival is coming to Epcot, coming to Disney. But
it's our favorite event.
Me too. I love the Food and Wine Festival, and I think the merchandise for it is always so cool. And I love to eat. I love food, so it's right up my alley. And I'm excited they're going to bring the items to Shop Disney because typically
that's cool.
It's not there. If anything, they'll have like a leftover item that will randomly pop up in Shop Disney. But I like that they're actually announcing the collection for July 15th on Thursday. So if you guys are big Food and Wine Festival fans, definitely check it out on Thursday. I am hoping they have pins there. I might consider a Spirit jersey, but I'm hoping they have pins on the website. What do you think, Travis?
I mean, that'd be great if they would include a lot of that merchandise on Shop Disney so everybody can have a chance to get some of that. Because, it still is hard even right now to get a park pass for the parks. So, you're not guaranteed to, just because you're going there doesn't mean you're going to be actually able to go into the park. So I think maybe this is kind of opening it up a little bit so they can maybe sell a little bit more merchandise for people that can't get to the parks and stuff. So I think it's a great idea, but I would imagine they are going to have things that they're only going to keep like in the park. So if you want, the best selection, you're probably going to have to go to Epcot.
Christian, what do you think about this?
So I don't know anything about the Food and Wine. Like I know some things, but I never.
You gotta go, man. It's amazing.
I know. Every single time, like even when I was an Annual Pass member, we were planning on going. We just at the last minute, we're like, no, we don't really care for it. But I was like, I didn't really get to see what it was all about. But I think it's funny how Mel was like, they got leftovers. They put it on the Shop Disney. I'm like, leftovers, food and wine, food. I get it. But yeah, I love this jersey, by the way.
It's kind of like, Christian, remember when we went to Universal and they had the Mardi Gras like food kiosk?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but a lot more kiosks. So you'll have different kiosks for different countries, and then you can do similar to what we did for the Mardi Gras Festival at Universal. You can buy a lanyard with like tickets that you can redeem for food. So basically the same, pretty similar concept to the Mardi Gras Festival at Universal. And then you have like merchandise that is just for the event, or for the festival, like, the Spirit jerseys, you have pins, and you'll have like just different items. Did we go? We went to Disney. They had the Flower and Garden Festival when we went with you, right?
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
I honestly don't.
If you went to the Flower and Garden Festival, you would remember because it's amazing too.
Because Christian, did you go with us to Disney in April or just in December? I forget.
We went in April, and we went to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay, got it. Gotcha. It was in Epcot, so then
okay, that's why.
That's why, yeah. So, but the Food and Wine Festival, it's kind of like that, like the Mardi Gras Festival at Universal. That's the best thing I can compare it to, but a similar idea, just bigger.
Which, by the way, I don't know for a fact. I have to look it up. I keep forgetting to do it. But the last time we went to Universal Studios, they were setting up tents and things that for the Olympics, and it looked similar to what they did with the Mardi Gras. So I don't know if they're gonna do another like around the world kind of like food.
Disney Dan in the chat.
Well, look who just joined. Yeah, Disney Dan. Well, hello, good afternoon. You see, we're talking about food, and we know that Dan loves his Disney food, and he just happened to pop up. It's like we called him.
Hey, Dan, that man from Disneyland. What's up? How's it going?
Yeah, Dan, what do you think about the Food and Wine Festival items being available on Shop Disney on Thursday? I feel like we don't typically see it announced like that. What do you think about that? But yeah, I am really excited.
It's going to be great. I think, it's, I always have told Stacey, like with the festivals, because they added the Festival of the Arts in January, which I think is like the best weather festival because it's pretty cool in Florida during that time. So I think that's great. And then Flower and Garden, you get a little bit of it. But I always said, for Food and Wine, I liked how it was a little bit later, so it could kind of get a little bit cooler, but sometimes it's really hot, especially in July. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go because it's hot, right now in the parks, like really hot. So I don't know how it's going to be like going around and having the food or whatever. So I'm curious to see how this is going to go. But I really feel like all these festivals that they do really drive more people to Epcot because people love going around the world already to begin with. And now you're adding these extra booths that you can try different foods and things. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, so Dan says probably won't get the merch here in the UK, but I'm excited about it. You know what? I keep on forgetting. Now, Dan, do you know if they are allowing you to purchase items from Shop Disney UK, from Shop Disney in the US for the UK? Because I know that for some time I was able to get stuff from Shop Disney UK shipped here to the US, but then it kind of stopped. Like I think when the pandemic started, they kind of stopped limiting the stuff that I could get from Shop Disney UK. So do you know if you wanted an item from Shop Disney, if it would let you order it to get shipped in the UK? Let me know because I'm interested in knowing that. But I know you love your food, Dan. Dan, if you could go, or let me rephrase this. Out of the times you've been to the Food and Wine Festival, which kiosk has been your favorite? Like which country do you look forward to when they say Food and Wine Festival is coming back? I'm kind of curious to see what Dan says. Because I know Dan has also strong opinions when it comes to his Disney food. He's very knowledgeable about that. But while Dan gets back to us on that, the last thing that I wanted to mention is actually not necessarily Disney, but it is what I ended up spending money on right before the stream. Let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen. Hello. So Dan says Morocco. The hummus fries.
Man,
oh my
those
God.
hummus fries are phenomenal. Phenomenal. They have like this sauce. It's like a chili sauce or something that you dip them in. They're like the best thing ever. So I'm with you. They're excellent.
I can't
relate. You see, I don't like chickpeas. I don't like beans. I don't like hummus. So that's why but I do. You know what? I've been to the not a kiosk from the Food and Wine, but I've been to Marrakesh, which is the Moroccan restaurant in Epcot, and it's really good. But I feel like I'm biased. Every time we do the Food and Wine Festival, I am always looking forward to any of the kiosks that are from the Caribbean, whether it's like the Puerto Rican kiosk or the Cuban kiosk, because I just love my Spanish.
So side note real quick, since you're talking about that restaurant, because of the pandemic, it didn't happen last year and it's not happening this year, but usually at the Food and Wine Festival, they have special events that you have to call months in advance. It's not like their regular events that you can sign up for, but you actually have to call Disney. And they have it's called the Spice Road table is that restaurant over in
I've been there. Yeah, Spice Road.
They have a tasting in there with it's like wine and food, and the chef comes out. It's really awesome. They also have a tequila tasting over in Mexico from La Cava de Tequila, which is phenomenal. So you try different tequilas, and then you have food and soup. It's awesome. But they have 4 or 5 different events. There's one in France and things like that. So hopefully they'll bring it back next year. But they're amazing. They're a premium price to get them, but 100% worth it. But I just thought of it when you said that.
I've been to the Spice Road. The food is really good. I might need to look into that.
You've been to La Cava de Tequila?
I've been to La Cava de Tequila, and we got the oh my goodness, the tequila flight.
Yeah.
It was like $60. It was like $60. I think it was like a bunch of tequila shots. And we shared it with friends. This was pre-COVID because we were all trying the same shot.
Right. Usually when I go to Epcot, I go to the left first. I head over to Mexico first, usually.
Yeah. Connie says tequila tasting. Now you're talking. You know what? Their tequila flights are really good. Christian, next time we go to Disney, we have to go to Epcot, and then we'll go to the Mexican Pavilion and just order the tequila flight.
Yes, I love tequila, so I'm down for that.
Do it. And one of our favorite spots to go, if you're going to be outside, is in that area outside of the temple where all the orchids are. It's the rampway for people in wheelchairs. There's all the orchids, and it's all covered, so it's shady, and there's nobody there, so you can just kind of hang out if you want to be outside. Really nice.
Nice. Now I typically tend to want to be inside because it's so hot outside.
True.
So but if we don't have any room inside, then maybe I'll look for outside. But
it's nice in the cooler months too, to be honest.
Bima says yes, tequila. Connie says I'm gonna try that when I go in March. Yes, I said, don't quote me on it, but I want to say that the tequila flight was like $60, but it came with like maybe 6 shots, I think. And they kind of tell you like, of course, what you're getting and which tequila tends to be the most expensive. So it was pretty cool. It was a neat experience. But now going back to what I was going to show you guys real quick, which is what I bought right before the stream started. So I'm excited for Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for Christmas. I know Halloween's not even here, but yesterday, Hallmark finally had their ornament premiere, and there's tons of people that collect ornaments. I first saw this on Donna Jaworski's Instagram yesterday. Donna is a big pin collector, huge Disney fan. She's also an amazing cook. So I follow her on Instagram, and she posted her haul. Then I also saw the Disc Trackers posted their ornament haul, and then Caitlin. So I was like, Caitlin, are there any coupons for this? She's like, no, not for ornaments. But if you are a, oh my goodness, a Cran Rewards member, which, you know, to join, it's free. You get free shipping. And then depending on how often you buy from them, you accumulate coupons. So I had $2 off in free shipping. So it's better than nothing. So I was so excited for this. So when you shop the event, there's all kinds of ornaments. There's Disney ornaments and there's Harry Potter ornaments. So just to show you guys real quick, let's see here. I ordered a bunch of Harry Potter ornaments just because I want to do a Harry Potter theme Christmas tree this year. So let me show you just briefly what we have. And we have different categories, as you can see here. So, I don't think it took. Did it take? Let me see.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I saw some of these. I saw that like that Super Nintendo one I saw somewhere else.
I saw a Sorting Hat. There's one that talks and speaks.
Yeah, I believe it is this one. So this one right here, I was talking to Caitlin. Caitlin was, you know, just balling out. So she got this one, $60. It's super
cool.
pretty though.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
And then I ordered this one, the Sorting Hat. So this one is supposed to like have like sound and stuff like that. One of the reasons I got this one is not only to put it on my Christmas tree, but I feel like I could just display it behind me too. So here is that. I wonder if there's like a little video. Oh yes, let me see.
There's nothing hidden in your head the Sorting Hat can't see. So try me on and I will tell you where you ought to be. Ah, yes, a ready mind. You belong in Ravenclaw.
I love this.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
I want it so bad.
That is pretty cool. I mean, it is $40, but it's, you know, it's not super tiny. It's almost 5 inches tall. And then I like that. Yeah, I could just display it.
You gotta think when you're buying things like this, you're gonna have that forever. You're gonna keep that forever. You know? So.
Yeah, so I had to get this. So this is one of the items that I got. But again, it's not only Harry Potter. They also have some Disney items here. That Super Nintendo, though, is really cool. And then you also have the Death Star, $135. This is a topper, though.
Gosh, I can't believe it only got 2 stars. That's not that doesn't give me a warm and fuzzy.
No, one review,
I know.
There's only
one. Yeah, there's one review, so they could be complaining about maybe the price a little up there. And then here we have Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan.
Monica. Go
What?
lower. Monica Geller. Friends.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, it's Monica.
I don't watch Friends. I'm a big fan.
Well,
But oh, what?
I said movie, man.
But yeah, and then look at this one too. We have Mickey Mouse, a musical ornament. Oh my god! Let me play this because I didn't even notice it actually plays music. But yeah, they have a lot of really cute ornaments. Let's see what this one does. Whenever it feels like playing. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my goodness! I should have gotten this.
Hi, folks. Know what time it is? It's time for Mickey's Music Hour. And oh boy, have we got a great show for you. Now take it away, maestro. Into 1, into 2, into 3.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, man.
All right, that is
Hallmark's stepping their game up with these keepsake ornaments.
Yeah.
yes, that is friggin' adorable. Okay, so I might need to order this one later. Luckily, again, as soon as you sign up as a Crown Rewards member, which again is free, you get free shipping. So perfect. I might need to order this later on. $30 for that one. And then I saw they had like the child too, and they had like a bell ornament too. Excuse me. This one right here is beautiful. It's $120. I will not be ordering this one, but it is friggin' cute. So let me see here. This is like a big ornament. It looks like. Let's see how big this is. Yeah, it's almost 12 inches. Damn, that's an ornament. It can't be an ornament. Tabletop. There you go. I was gonna say that is too big to be an ornament. But that is really cute though. $120. And let's see this. Oh my goodness.
Pretty cool.
I love that. That's just for you, Travis. The song.
I feel like it has Jasmine for Stacey, Belle for you, Ariel for me. It's got great princesses on there.
Yeah.
So I guess depending on the color you press is what song it plays.
We'll just split it, Melissa, and then I'll give it to you one year. You give it back to me for a different year. We'll get it.
All right. You know what's funny? So with like Dirk's family, there's like this teapot that we pass around from family member to family member. But it's kind of like a funny looking teapot, and the family calls it the ugly teapot. So we kind of it passes around from family member to family member. So you made me think of that. But this one though, it is really pretty. Maybe in the future I can look into getting this. So Caitlin said it launched yesterday and sells out fast sometimes. I always pre-order a lot of the ones I want, but I usually end up buying more when I see it in store. So these are so cute. I definitely had to get some. Connie, why did you show me that? Castle and clothes, and it plays all the princess songs. I mean, Hallmark is killing it. Not with like just the movies around like Christmas times. They release like 20 some movies around Christmas times. But I mean, these ornaments and just these like decorations, they're just so pretty. And they are like timeless. Like you said, Travis, like you'll just have this forever. You can keep on displaying it every year, and you can even just set it up as just decoration on a table. You don't even have to just put it on the Christmas tree. But again, they have so many little cute things here. They even have MTV, Lightning McQueen, Minions. I mean, they have a lot of cool stuff. So there's something for everybody here. But I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, okay, I definitely need to get some of these ornaments because it premiered yesterday. And it says it's the best time to earn points because, again, those points you can redeem later on for coupons and things like that. And that's through July 18th. So Christmas in July, super excited for that. But with that said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Look what Connie, take all my money, Hallmark.
I know, right? It's like first Shop Disney, and then Box Lunch, and then like Wisharding Trunks taking my money in like 20 minutes, and the Hallmark. But yeah, but that's really cool. Really makes me excited for Christmas time. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to, Travis, I'm going to put you full screen. So if you want to talk about the fig pins that we were talking about earlier, let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All righty. All right.
Okay.
So you were talking about fig pins.
So something cool that I thought was interesting, this new company Fig Pin, which is like figure and pin. So that's how they have the name Fig Pin. So each pin that you get, and they have different licenses with different companies like, Marvel, Disney, they have a lot of anime stuff, Dragon Ball Z, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just all like different licenses. But whenever you buy a pin from the company, they have like a laser engraved number in the back, and you download the app. And if you put that number into the app, you get like a score for the pin. So it tells you like what sequence it was like of the production run. So if it was like a limited edition of 1,000, it will tell you, hey, this was number 400 out of that 1,000. So it just kind of gives you more information about the pin, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like, when you get like an artist proof pin, it's like, I don't know, some people value them a little bit higher because there's not that many made, but I don't know. It's just like a random number. It doesn't really mean anything, but who knows? Maybe in the future, people might only want to trade for pins that have a higher score. I don't know, but the pin is the pin. Needless to say, this past week, it was the first time that Fig Pin released a pin that was only exclusive to people who had a certain score for their collection. So when all your numbers for all your pins that you put into the app, they're all added up to a total number. And if you reach that threshold, you were able to order this pin. And it was a Kingdom Hearts pin. It was Riku in his Organization 13 cloak outfit, which is a collection of mine. I collect Kingdom Hearts, so I was really excited. And the threshold, you had to have 100,000 points to get it. So I think I'm like a little bit higher than that. I wasn't that much higher, but I ended up ordering.
That's a lot of pins.
Yeah, well, I mean, some pins can be over 10,000 for the score. It just depends. You know, you get a higher score based on different things. So there's not like one set number for the score you're going to get. It's all random. So I think I might have a couple that are like 10,000 just in one pin. But anyways, I ended up getting the pin. I ordered it. It was crazy, but I just thought it was really interesting that this company that I feel like has been making moves, like they've been doing like all these crazy things, like the pins they have come out with Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and different Disney pins. Some of the jumbo pins, like I showed you in one of my videos, that jumbo Jasmine. It's a beautiful pin, and the prices are really good. It's like $20 for a limited edition pin, or $15 for the open edition pin. But I just thought it was an interesting move that they made. That hey, we're going to reward people who are like, you know, invested into this community, who have pins, and since they reach that threshold, we're going to release a limited edition pin that can only be purchased by those people. I just thought it was an interesting concept. I thought it was just, I don't know, I thought it was cool, but I ended up getting it. So here's a picture of, well, not a picture, but here it is. You guys can see. But there's
pretty cool.
Yeah, the Riku Fig pins, limited edition of 500. I haven't unlocked it yet or anything, but just really cool. I just thought it was a cool idea and just something that I haven't really seen from other companies, even Disney itself. Like, you know, it just shows that, like, I don't know, that they kind of care about the customers. Like, hey, they're invested in this. Let's go ahead and reward them. And let's say, hey, everyone who has this score can order or have a chance to order this pin. I just thought it was a cool, interesting concept. This was the first time that Fig Pen has ever done that. So I assume they're going to be releasing other ones and more stuff like that. I can only imagine, like, if it gets down to like a limited edition 100 pin, what your score would have to be to get that. But it just kind of worked out that I was in a collection that I do collect. So really cool. Just something that I want to share with you guys.
I think it's also cool because the points actually value now. Like there's actually a reason for having points.
Right. So it's a little extra incentive for you to like have those pins and unlock them and get the score out of it.
You had me look at my app. I have 28,000 points. 28,000. I don't have that many big pins though.
That's awesome.
I haven't done any of it. Charles keeps reminding me every time.
I keep telling him, I was like, I'll boost your pin. It's cool because when you unlock it for the first 24 hours, it goes into this place called the Unlocker Room, and people who go in there, they can boost your pin. And each time you get boosted, it adds like I think it's 1,000 to the score, or 100, one of the two. So it can increase your score, so you can keep like gaining score on that pin that you've already.
I'll probably get all my pins today, all the fake pins, and I'll put.
Just let me know, man, and I'll boost them.
Yeah, I'll do it today.
I didn't even know about that. You should go boost my pins.
I'll boost them. I'll boost them. You only get 3 boosts a day though, so it's only in the locker room for 1 day, so you only have 24 hours for someone to boost it.
Oh, but that is once you unlock it.
Yeah, so once you unlock it. Yeah, you have 24 hours for some other people to try to boost it up. But then like every year it has like an around the sun bonus, so that you can like unlock it again. So it goes back into the unlock room a year later. You can boost it again. They do different things. It's really, I don't know. It's just interesting. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the future, like with this company. I just think they're trying to think outside the box. It's
like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I do like that. So I'm going to need to ask you later on more about the Fig Pin app because I only know if I can unlock and stuff.
I just think it's really interesting, and I'm super happy they get that because people were selling it on eBay for like crazy amounts. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go, But it's definitely going in my collection, so it's really cool.
So Connie loves Fig Pins, and Castle Caves and Clones says that he loves your channel, or they love your channel. They want to be like you. I mean, you do know a lot of stuff, so that is pretty cool. Now, Mr. Christian. Señor Christian. Yeah. So I know, as usual, you have a lot of news for us. And for a second, I go silent. It's because I am shopping. Because 1 o'clock, you know what? I am a little nervous. I keep on checking the Wizarding Trunk, and it looks like their website keeps on crashing. So that makes me a little nervous. But
isn't that the truth with all the pin releases? Come on, man. On those Disney Soda Fountain pins, that website's crashing all the time.
I know. I mean, the Wizarding Trunk, like, oh my gosh, it looks like the Potter Collector is live right now. So I guess he can promote, the sale of this box. Oh my goodness. I am a little nervous. I want this box, but that's my squirrel moments right now. I can't even talk. Mr. Christian, what do you have right now? What are we seeing?
So I'm just gonna wrap it up real quickly. It's not that much stuff we have to talk about. So we have two monsters at work, Funko Pops that came out this week for the new series that they have on Disney Plus. I think I'm halfway through the second episode. So you got Tyler and Val, both here. They are the two main characters that you see on the show. You can possibly find this anywhere because there's just a comment, so you can get it online or even get it in the stores like Box Lunch, Hot Topic. But it went up for pre-order. And how do you? I don't know if you have you guys seen the show?
No, I'm like, I don't think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, it's a new series that they just came out with. It's based on Monsters Inc., but it doesn't really involve the main characters from Monsters Inc. so much. They do make an appearance, but they're not on there that much.
Oh, pretty cool.
And then these were we're going ahead and talking about before. So they are two new pop rides that are coming, or well, one pop ride, the other one's a pop train. I do know that the trains are becoming more of a trend now. The first train that I've ever heard of was the Harry Potter one, and then we had the Disney one of the Fab Five coming out, and then they had what was the other one that just came out? The Night Before Christmas for the pre-order that's coming out this year. They have the train set, so now they're having the Seven Dwarfs Mine train set coming out, and then you have the Ariel and the Clam based on the ride. So it could be possible you have Ariel with Flounder. And last but not least, Madame Leota, of course, the Haunted Mansion, which I can only predict is going to come out around near October because that's what they tend to do every year. They come out with like the Haunted Mansion Funko Pop. So this is the sort of figure. It's different, but it might be coming out around that time. These are rumors, and this is brought to you by from Disney Pop Lover. So that's all I know. There's not really been confirmation or anything like that.
I didn't realize that for Seven Dwarfs, it was actually a train. For some reason, I thought it was going to be like a pop ride. Like it was just like a one pop. I didn't realize it was actually a train, like the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be like that because that's how they've been doing it lately. So it could be possible that they based it on the ride, like the way that they're showing it there, but with the dwarves inside it and having to purchase each one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You think it's going to be like separate ones, separate like carts?
It could be separate because that's what I'm saying. They've been going on this like having this trend that they keep on making the certain kind of series. So when they did the Disney one last year, I can only imagine when they did the Night Before Christmas of coming out with different connective pieces to make a whole train set. Unfortunately, they don't move. It's just a figure.
That is cool though. But so that so squirrel moment. When do you think these should be coming out?
Well, these are all rumors, so there's not really confirmation.
Oh,
so then we don't really know. So this is just all talks of what could be possible to come out soon. So there's usually something like leaked or something that's been rumored, and Disney Pop Lover went ahead and posted these pictures to kind of give you more of an insight of what to expect if they were to come out.
I see, and yeah, I could totally see the Little Mermaid in her clam seat, just like the one that we got for Haunted Mansion with the Duke buggy.
Correct. And then we have Loki. Oh,
the alligator!
I know, it's beautiful. That was my favorite one. So they have 5 different pops that are coming out. 3 of them are going to be exclusives, and 2 of them are going to be the commons. So the top 2, the one on the left and the one on the right, is common. So you can purchase them anywhere. They did go up and pre-order from many websites such as Entertainment Earth. Even I think Pop in a Box were also doing it. Now Hot Topic is going to have the alligator Loki. Box Lunch is going to have the older Loki. And then Funko Pop exclusive, Funko exclusive, they're going to have the same pop that you see as the common on the top one, but it's going to be more of a metallic version. So my goal is to get that one. And if you guys didn't notice as well, the alligator is behind the kid Loki. So if you don't want to get like so many pops, I think that's the perfect one because you get like 2 different Lokis.
Oh, I see it. I didn't notice that. I love that.
So, like he's like there. He's like, hey.
Yeah, castles, capes, and clothes. I agree. You know what? When I was watching the show, I was like, what on earth is this? Alligator Loki? Like, you serious? But he's just so stinking cute. And he's just, to me, he's like a comic relief within all these like variations of Loki. And that is a great point that you're making, Christian, that this Funko exclusive with Kid Loki with the alligator behind him is friggin' amazing. So I was thinking about if I get one, I just want the alligator one, but actually that's a really good one too. And this one for being a Funko exclusive, is this one going to be like limited edition then?
Yes. Well, I don't think it's gonna be like limited editions. It's just gonna be like limited exclusive. Like they don't really give you amount of like numbers that they come out from it. So it's just an exclusive. There are sometimes if they're gonna be like a certain amount of limit, they will state it, but this one doesn't say that.
I see. I like this. These are really cool. But that alligator, I keep on staring at the screen. I'm just looking at the alligator. I love his little pose right there. His little like Pidgey's little paws, little leggies.
So with that being said, with that coming out, they say that they won't have a pre-sale. So Hot Topic made a statement on Twitter that it should be hopefully be available towards the end of the month with dates subject to change. So we don't know exactly, but it could be in this month. Travis, have you seen Loki?
Yes. I believe I'm up to date. Yes, I think we just watched the latest episode. Yeah, I watched it. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I can't wait for the following episode. It's gonna be the last one, from what I heard. So
yeah,
really?
I think it is. I remember when I was gonna start it, I was like, I'm not really sure like what's gonna happen or where this is gonna like pick off from. I had like an idea, but the direction they've taken it, I think they did a really good job. So Melissa, have you seen it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm up to date. Yeah, I am up to date, and you know what? I was watching Kaylee Hopkins. She had a live stream yesterday. She tends to do this weekly, talking about the different Loki episodes and whatnot. Just kind of like her take on that. And we were talking about like Sylvie and Loki. I think that they are so cute together. I definitely ship them two together, even though it's technically Loki, just two variations of Loki, kind of like being into each other. But to me, it kind of has like a deeper meaning. That's just me just thinking, I don't know, out of the box, I guess. I don't know if this was based on like a comic or what it was, but I'm thinking that Loki and Sylvie's relationship to me is more of like a metaphor of like Loki finally seeing the good in him too, and kind of like accepting himself for what he is, which is probably why he feels drawn to Sylvie's personality. And so I see it like that as like kind of like a metaphor again of kind of like Loki just really accepting himself, but I do like them together. So I am rooting for Loki and Sylvie. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, for sure. I like their chemistry. I have my theories that maybe Sylvie's gonna die in the next episode, but
what?
That's just my guess, because I just feel like they set you up always to like a certain character, but to end up failing, they end to like make that character transition to the next phase. So it's to like them and to get as well motivation for the character, why he's so happy, but he can't remain completely happy. So what they're gonna do is, like, my opinion is that they're gonna kill off Sylvie, and then he's gonna go into the Avengers, back into the timeline, and he's just gonna have motivation to move on forward, living his life better for Sylvie.
Okay, I could see that happening. It's so sad though.
I know. They like build these characters so you're invested in them, and then something's gonna happen. But they do that on purpose. Speaking of characters, I think Owen Wilson's character, I think he's doing a really good job with his character. And it was funny in the episode too, when they were all like double crossing each other when they were in their little like hideout. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I love him in this, and I'm so happy that they chose him to be part of this project, because I don't think I could picture anybody else doing it.
Yeah, talking about another project, I'm about to go silent in like a minute, so I'll have you guys talk to yourselves here or among yourselves.
Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Oh my gosh, I am literally refreshing my screen because it keeps on saying unavailable, unavailable, unavailable. So their website is crashing. Oh my gosh, this is the life of a collector right here. Just stressing over a website crashing.
Anxiety, stress.
So I know, but what are your thoughts on this What If series? I saw that Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky, was like he released a little clip on his Instagram of like him, I guess, doing the voices for the What If. I'm not too familiar with it. I did see like some like like previews or something about it. So is that going to be like a new like animated show with like just I guess parallel universes to what we already know in Marvel? Hey, Cynthia Candy Mom, good afternoon. No worries, welcome. So what is the What If series, and what is up with that?
So the What If series is just basically what if certain things were to have changed in the stories that we know very well. So like, what if Doctor Strange would have learned his powers a lot earlier than when he did? What if T'Chaka, instead of having I forgot the character's name, but the one that plays on Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy, what if it was T'Chaka not playing as Black Panther but actually as Star-Lord? Like, it just changes different theories, different concepts of what if questions that you know how you have in your life. What if I did this instead of that, and what if I did that? So it takes place in that. It kind of goes deeper into the multiverse as well, because every universe or every version of it is different. That goes back as well with the Loki, why there's an alligator, because there's actually a version of Thor that he actually is a frog. So kind of like, so they
the episode, did you see it?
I'm sorry,
what's that?
So that was in this past episode. Did you see it?
When they were going down into the basement, there was a frog Thor that was stuck in a jar.
I don't recall. I did watch it, but I don't recall.
So that's basically a kind of like, what if Thor married me?
There you go.
That's basically what if it's going to be. It's just going to be an anime series, really just going into questions of what if this would have changed, how would it have been today instead of the way it is that we know of in the Marvelverse.
Huh, that is pretty interesting. Oh my gosh, I am still trying to get into this frigging website. Like, it just says temporarily unavailable, and I keep on refreshing, and I'm like, ah.
So this is a new pop that I'm showing that is been released for pre-order. There is a chase version. It goes with the black light that we seen, that I've talked about many times. This actually same pop is a 10-inch that they had previously made. It kind of looks very similar to the one on the left that's pink. It just doesn't have so much more of that shadow that you see with the black, and kind of a little bit more of vibrant. But there is a chase variant that has like the opposite color. So you see how the Silver Surfer in his hands is like this kind of yellow, blue, and orange. It's the reverse on the chase that the I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. I was not prepared for that. But
okay.
the Silver Surfer has the reverse colors on it, and it's detachable. You can actually take it out, just like the original pop, the 10-inch. You could detach it. This one as well. So this one's a little bit pricier. It's around like $45 instead of the average $29.99 to $35 that you practically see almost anywhere for a 10-inch. This is going to be more because actually there's two pops, and it's a pretty big wide pop as well.
That is pretty cool. I like the colors on it. I think they're very vibrant.
Yeah, they're very vibrant, and especially the black shadowing. What it does is that we've said before, like the glow in the dark effect. You put a light on top of the pop, and it stays glowing in the dark a little bit when you turn off the lights. But what this effect does is that if you put a black light on it, it does that same. It emulates the same kind of effect of it kind of glowing because of the vibrant colors on it. Underneath the black light, so that's why it's considered as the black light editions, like the 70s kind of styles of all those like artworks that they have. But it's a really cool series that I like. They have one for Marvel, there's a DC one, and in the future, we talked about it before, that they have Alice in Wonderland coming out for the Funko Shop. So I'm not too quite sure if I want to collect this. Now that I see that they're coming out with almost a lot of characters for the Black Light series, I'm just gonna stick to more of the ones that I'm a very big fan of. Not gonna collect them all.
So on these, just a quick question for you, Christian. So when you have the chase, I always want to say chaser because that's like in pins, but on the chase version, do you have to just order the regular one and then you might get the chase, or do you actually order the chase one?
You can do both. There are certain places that you can pay for a chase, but of course it's going to be a lot more money. But what tends to be is what it is like that. Like you purchase it and in hopes to get a chase. The normal odds are 1 out of 6.
So have you ever ordered 6 and not got a chase?
Yeah, I've ordered 10 pops from one thing. I think it was the Kid Flash from DC, that it was a Hot Topic exclusive, the Chase Glow in the Dark. And I ordered 10 of them. Not one was a chase. So I don't tend to do that anymore. Especially the fact that it's a glow in the dark because I don't care for it. It has to be a very big difference. Like this one, they're completely different. But I'm still gonna be practically happy just to have the pink one, only because the pink one is more something that I am more drawn to. I'm not too quite a fan of the orange one. I don't know why. I think the orange with the yellow coloring, it just is off-putting for me. I do like the pink one on the left one. So I'm happy with that. But this is an example why I would try to get a chase if I wanted to, because they're completely different. They're not the same color palette.
Gotcha.
Even so, some cases are completely different. Like even the one from what's that movie with the Brad Pitt, the Fight Club? There's the pop, and then the other character is the chase version. It's not like him with different clothing or anything like that.
So when you're trying to get these, I would think that it would be the same like it is as it is in pins. I know you said you don't really, if you get it, cool, but you're not like really wanting to have it. But do you think like you could use that to trade for something that you would want? Because a lot of times, like with me and pins, like I'm buying pins or trading for pins that maybe I don't collect necessarily, but I know might be popular, and then use that to trade for something that I do want. Do you do the same thing like with the pops?
Yes and no. So I don't really tend to trade it. I tend to help people out as well. I should get into the trading game, but I'm always afraid of getting something in return that isn't worth it. Could be damaged or fake or something like that. But gotcha. I do try to get it for the future. Have sold some things just to get it to make some money off of it. But not so crazy in flipping. I don't do flipping because I just don't know, again, the whole value situation. So sure. I hold on to the pops and wait until the value goes up, and then I'll do that. But I don't try to like get them at the right away and then try to flip it in the beginning. But as well, what I try to do is get what I need. It's so hard to buy more to trade it in the future because I have so many different collection pieces. We do launch fly pins and pops and different kinds of artwork. So like there's just too many things that we're so invested in, and too many different lines.
You never know. Like some of those pieces that you have might go up in value in a year or two, and then something else new comes out that you can't get your hands on, but you could trade that for that.
Exactly.
You know? It's like you never know, right? It's like you never know what's going to be highly sought after or desirable in the future. But if you were to have it, even though it's not maybe worth that much now, in the future, and you can't get your hands on something, you could trade it then or something.
Yeah. And sometimes it gets restocked. We had I don't know if you guys knew about it. There's a 3-pack of Stitch, Angel, and Scrump from Hot Topic that was a Funko Pop that it went up to like $100 and something. It was 120, but then it really went down in value because it restocked like a bunch of times. So now I think it's like worth $40, $45. It sucks.
And the chases are limited edition. They're limited edition or not?
No, not normally. It's not like it is a limited edition. It says like right there. It is like limited edition in the sense of like there's only a certain amount because it's 1 out of 6. But they have restocked so many different kinds of pops in the future. So I really don't think that's a limited edition.
So there's no like number, like you don't know. Hey, I know there's only 1,000 of these made.
No, they don't. Yeah, the only ones I will say that the guarantee on the amount that are released are the soda figures that are made from Funko, because they usually will state how many there are in total being produced, which will be like 1,500 or 1,000 or 500, and then of course 1 out of 6 of that would be the variant of what you can get for the chase, but not for
I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I wish they would put more like, because at least then you would know. Like I know there's only this many, so this.
Yeah, I don't like that they put limited edition. From not a limited edition. It is a chase edition, but I wouldn't consider it limited.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Guess what, guys? I got my bugs.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. I was like sweating over here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I keep on hitting like refresh on the website, and it was like unavailable. And then when it finally opened up, it was like so slow. And I'm like, no. And then I added it to my cart, kind of like when you go on like the Funko Shop website, and then you add it and then it sits there forever. It was just like checking out. I'm like, oh no. But finally I did it. So the box is $79.99. It says it's scheduled to ship the first week in January. But I remember listening to, I think it was the Butter Collector. He was saying that they're really trying to send it before Christmas, but just in case they're giving themselves like a 1 month kind of like time frame just in case. But hopefully we can get it right before Christmas. That would be great. And then I used the code Potter Collector. Actually, no, it was Keep Collecting Box. That is the code. So if you guys do want to grab one of the boxes. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put the code. The code is Keep Collecting Box. I think you get like 10% off with shipping and everything. I paid $85, so it saved me, I think, like around $10. So it's a Keep Collecting Box. So I'm super excited. That was my scroll
We're looking
moment.
forward to the unboxing come December, January.
Thanks. So that is the code Keep Collecting Box if you want to go to the Wizarding Trunk to try to get that box. So excited, squirrel moment. But what am I looking at? This looks really cool.
So this is Venomized Ironheart. So Ironheart is the newest character that has been in the Marvel, and it's actually having an own series on Disney Plus, I believe. It's based on Riri, who is the newest Iron Man person, if you want to say, but it's Ironheart, and that's why it's also a theory that Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back playing as an artificial intelligence version, just like how Vision was the artificial intelligence before he became very alive. But he might be coming back, because that's how it is in the comics. Tony Stark plays as the artificial intelligence of like this like mentor for Riri, playing Ironheart. So there is a Pop in a Box exclusive that just dropped this week.
So who is Riri supposed to be again? Is that his daughter?
No, it's just it's a character that just comes in who is a very smart scientist who's very young, that is a fan of Tony Stark's work. So she starts dipping into his like, I guess, plans, and as well his scientific stuff, whatever, research projects and stuff like that. So she decides to take on the role of Iron Man, but becomes as Ironheart. So she would have a heart lighting up on her chest. Right now you can't really see it because that's like the Venomized edition. So it's kind of like the left side, you kind of can see her suit. It's like that gold, pink, black. But on the right side, it kind of is being taken over by the Venom. So this is just the Venomized version of her from the Venom edition that's been coming out all these years. Like, so this is a great piece. It's Pop in a Box. There's a Glow in the Chase version, and it's 1 out of 6, of course. It is $1.99 on Pop in a Box. And if you have as well their membership, that you have a subscription box with them or anything like that, you get 10% off of anything that you purchase.
Oh, it's pretty cool, and I really like the colors. I'm not really familiar with this character, but I love the colors. I think it looks very pretty.
Yeah, she's still fairly new. I do like the colors as well. It's very cool. I don't know if you've heard about her, Travis, or how more involved are you with a lot of the Marvel backgrounds? Because I did not know much about her, because especially like I don't read the comics. So she's from like the recent comics that came out a few years ago.
Same, yeah. I'm not too. I mean, I feel like I know a little bit about Marvel and stuff, but yeah, I have no idea. But it looks really cool, and the Chase version looks awesome too. I don't know. I think they had some Venomized fig pins come out that look really awesome too. So this kind of reminds me of those, but I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then this is from the show that we were just talking about, What If. We did go a little bit in conversation about this last week. There you have Doctor Strange, who is considered as Supreme, and then you have all different characters like Captain Carter, who is Captain America's girlfriend, if you want to say, Agent Carter, who would be, if she were to have become the captain instead of Captain America in the first place. And then these are the exclusives that are coming out for that. They all have dropped for pre-order, by the way, so you guys can go ahead and get them if they're still available. If not, just keep an alert. Certain stores like Target, if you put it under your alert, it will remind you or send you an email when it goes back in stock. But as well, of course, follow Disc Trackers on Instagram, who used to be Disc Pops. He always keeps up to date with everything. So you have Thor from Walmart, Star-Lord, which is T'Chaka, in Box Lunch exclusive, or as well FYE. Then you have Captain Carter in a different pose. She's more of a stance of like wanting to fight versus the other one that she's just standing. She's being released in GameStop, which I do know that they keep on selling out online. But if you go to your local GameStop, any pre-order that they have, you can put $5 down towards that pop, and once it comes in, you pay for the rest, and then you pick it up and you're good to go. And then you have the other two exclusives, Amazon exclusive and Target exclusive, and I'm dying to get the Doctor Strange one because it glows in the dark.
It looks so cool. It gave me Halloween vibes.
Especially the cape. The cape has like these circle like lining all around it. and it looks so cool. So I can only imagine if it glows in the dark. I'm obsessed with this line.
These are really cool. Like I really want to know more about the what if, because
Watch the trailer.
Can I play this on here? Would I get like a strike for playing that or no?
I could be possible because of the music that they play, that it would be copyrighted from Marvel. So I'm not too quite sure how that would work.
Is there like a little teeny tiny clip on Instagram?
Not that I'm
know what? I just
I
found
haven't
something.
seen it. I looked it up on YouTube the moment that it was released, and that's the
Oh, they do have something. Let me see if I can share real quick.
Go ahead.
Pause. Oh, hopefully I don't get a strike on this. All right, let me. 'Cause I am pretty curious about this too. So let me see if I can just share my screen real quick. This is actually the What If Instagram page. So let's see. Hold on, I'm pressing the wrong buttons
that's
here.
the trailer, because it says 2 minutes. That's the trailer. It's 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Maybe I could just play just a teeny tiny bit of that. Let me see. All right, let's hit play. Let's see what this is.
Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace. Do we know each other?
Reality. It's changeable.
Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it? Every universe is different. Each one unique.
Was that Howard the Duck?
Yep.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me. I get it.
No, these are all the original actors voicing them.
I think the majority of it. If not, I haven't really looked at the cast, so I'm not too quite sure if they are or they just sound very, very similar.
You see, I don't know. I used to watch the X-Men cartoons when I was younger. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I would get into it as much, being that it's a cartoon, but maybe we could give it a try.
I'm telling you, I feel like it's just for like a different mindset to like not really so much go based on the whole Avengers MCU movie line, like the timeline. It's just like a thing to like think about. So I think it's a cool concept, especially if you're a big Marvel fan, because you get to like have these thoughts like, oh my god, what if they wouldn't like that, and so on and so forth. But of course, because it's animated, sometimes if you're not a huge anime, because I'm not a big cartoon person, like I don't like to watch so much of that. But like unless it's something I'm a big fan of, like Disney movies and stuff like that. But
Right.
I want to give this a try because I just love the concept of it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let me just stop sharing my screen and go back here. Where am I? So I mean that was cool. Let me actually put your or we were talking about before, but we'll see. I don't, like I said, I haven't really watched anything that's like cartoons recently. I used to watch more cartoon stuff when I was younger. Like I said, I used to watch the X-Men cartoons, but like I don't know, maybe I could give this a try. We'll see. I just don't know how much I would be into it. I do like the fact that it seems like, yeah, like all these original characters will be voicing the cartoon. So we'll see.
Now, this also is something that we were asking about the past 2 weeks. If anybody wanted to go ahead and submit a key design of what keys they would like to see, and we actually have one submission that was from Funko Pop and Unicorns, which is Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin, I want to see.
There it is. So she had made Hades and Heimlich.
Oh, I like that. Oh my gosh, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to execute it. And I figured that if I used markup on my phone to just edit the picture on my phone, it was just gonna look horrible. So I didn't even attempt it, but this looks so cool. And I know Caitlin is very creative, so I really like this.
Yeah, so she kind of well described what was going on. So she really went like into thought. So she said the hair color And then the eye colors right here, the yellow, skull brooch, and as well the robe color was here for Hades.
Yeah,
and then down here behind the candy corn spots and feet of the antenna and color.
Yeah, Kaylin, you did amazing. Like that is so awesome. And I was talking to Kaylin earlier too. So we're gonna have Kaylin on Disney Collectibles Sunday soon. So we're just gonna plan to see what Sunday. But you know, Kaylin loves her collectibles. She is very creative, as you can see. So I really like this. And everybody feels the same, you know. Umpty saying that looks awesome. Caitlin, Mima said the same thing. Connie said the same thing. It's amazing. And kind of going back to the What If series, Castle Caves and Clones says this is going to be tied the greater Marvel universe, and then they're also saying this show is going to make me broke. Yep, I think we all end up broke after this stream, like in between the pins and the pops and maybe keys and subscription boxes and ornaments on Legos. And we haven't even talked about Legos today.
Oh, that's another thing we collect too. But yeah, that's too much. That's what we're trying to decipher what we're going to collect. But Kaylin did an awesome job on this. I do wish that they would make something like this. I especially like the Hades one, the fire kind of illusion thing that makes, if it comes out like shimmery, if they were to do that, like kind of holographic, that would be kind of really cool. And
Kaylin did an amazing job. If we have any more submissions, then we'll definitely share this with the following streams.
So I made one at the last minute. I forgot to make it, and Kaylin was the only one. So I was like, I want to show another one, and I really wanted to show, especially the fact that I was like the one to say I wanted to make one. So I decided to change it up because the other one was the 4th of July. So this is the Stitch and Scrump key set that came out. And remember how I said they should have made a Lilo one? So I decided to make one, what would Lilo look like? And this is what I came up with.
Oh, my goodness. You see, I would not be able to design this. You see, that's why I didn't attempt it.
Put that on a Magic Band. Put that on a Magic Band, man.
Yeah, that looks amazing. Hey, Nadia. Good morning. Good afternoon. I love this. I freaking love it. It looks amazing.
Thank you. I did more of a copy and paste. Like I got things like from online. You know, I don't draw anything, but I do put like the color concepts together. So like that's what I did. So props to Caitlin for like drawing it out. I wish I could draw it, but this is my way of doing it, was just computerized. So that's what I did.
Hey, you did more than I did, because like I said, I was just gonna go on my phone, hit edit on the screenshot, use markup on the iPhone, and then just it'll be like when you use Paint on the computer, it looks all like not great. Oh, but that is awesome. I really like it. I really like the concept. They should totally make a key like this, and I like that you use Lilo's like dress pattern on the D on the key. I think it looks really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried. Hopefully they do make a Lilo, because it's aggravating me that they're like not respecting Lilo when the whole series is Lilo and Stitch. So I'm tired of like them focusing way too much on Stitch and always kind of like a little bit of a giving a nod to Angel, but like Lilo, Nani, Pleakley, Jumbo, all these characters they don't ever talk about. I feel like they should start incorporating it more, especially Lilo.
Yeah, but again, I think that is amazing. I think you did a really good job. And I want to show you what I had seen earlier. Let me see, about the What If series, which is why I was like a little curious. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. This is what I saw Sebastian Stan doing the voiceover for the cartoon. So that got me more like interested in this. I was like, this is let's see. It seems like it would be fun. Here we go.
Oh, God. There's a fly going around. There's a fly going around. Can't say that, can I? Can't say that. Is that it? I'm gonna. Hey, ha ha!
This looks so dumb, but it's funny.
And I'm annoyed.
Yeah, he's going all out.
Yeah, like I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna have to check this out, because I like that the original actors are kind of voicing these characters.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. The continuity.
Yeah. But going back to your key, that's an amazing job, Christian. Loved it.
Thank you, but I'm done. There's no more to the slide.
Oh, okay. I was like, let me go back to the Christian slide. But with that said, we're almost at 2.5 hours. Yeah, time. I feel like time flies here. Yeah, it's like we kept you here for a little over an hour, Travis.
Hey man, I'm here with you guys. I'm super happy to be back. Thank you for inviting me. And anytime you guys need somebody to come on, I'm more than happy to be here and love talking to you guys about Funko Pops and pins. I learn a lot too from Christian and Michael. So, it's great. It's awesome.
No, we learn from you guys as well. Like, especially with the pin stuff. Like, we're like, well, I don't know, but I definitely need to go ahead and do the fig pins because I think I've been promising you for like 5 months now.
Yeah, listen, it's just whenever you do it, let me know and I'll boost them up. I'll give you a little bit better score.
I will let you know today, hopefully.
Next time I get, you know what? Squirrel moment. Side note: I want to get the Harry Potter fig pin. So when I do that and I unlock them, I'll let you know so you can boost.
Let me know. I'll boost them up.
you gotta let me know how to boost them anyway, so I can return the favor and do the same for Christian and whatnot. So that is pretty cool. Nadia's saying if I design a key, I would do a power line key. Now that's from like a Goofy movie, right?
Yeah, one of my favorites. Love Goofy movie.
They just came out with some merchandise from them as well. They just did the Launchfly bag and some Uncle Pop.
Awesome.
Yeah. I agree, Mima. Time definitely flies on this live stream because I feel like we're always just like so wrapped up in what we're saying and we're so like into our collectibles. You guys are all great. Love all your channels. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. And we've been here for a little over 2 hours, and then we've covered a lot of these collectibles. We just didn't talk about Legos today, but we talked about
thank God we're not talking about Legos. I can't afford it anymore.
You know what? Right before the stream, I went on Lego's website and I was like, what else is coming out? But everything, it's stuff that we already knew. Like I've been looking at the Advent Calendar, Harry Potter Advent Calendar Lego set that's coming out in September. I'm like, do I need it? So
could be cool.
I'm
Christian enabler. You're like,
yes, I'm getting it. So I would definitely say it is worth it. I did get the second one. I do want to get the first one. I'm just trying to find a great price. I just want to have it just to have it, not even to do it for Christmas. But I am gonna do the new one for Christmas. And I also bought the Funko Funko Pop mini from last years. I bought that to open it as well.
I feel like I've been getting a whole lot of like Harry Potter stuff lately, but I like it. I have some other stuff here that I want to show like later on this week. I have some like Hocus Pocus pops that I got recently. I'm gonna open these like capsules later on this week on my channel.
Ooh,
so these kind of remind me a little bit of like the minis that you guys like, but to me it has more of a feel of like a Polly Pocket. Do you remember the Polly Pockets back in the day?
Yeah,
Stacey loves Polly. We're always looking for Polly Pockets when we're doing garage sales. Always looking for them.
Really? Oh my gosh!
Super hard to find.
I used to have some Polly Pockets, and I love them. They're kind of like, I don't know if you remember the Max, like the version of it.
Yeah, right. That's a boy word. Looking for those too. Hard to find.
Yeah, so I feel like this kind of reminds me of that a little bit because I haven't opened it, as you can see. I forget the company that makes this. I want to say it starts with a U, like Yumu or something. Yumu, I forget. But so I got 2 of these. So this one and one more. So it comes with like 2. So I'm excited to open it and see what I get. So that's one other thing that I got coming up this week. And then on Sunday, I have not only Disney Collectibles Sunday, but Year of the Year, which Christian, you're a part of that too. So kind of did it backwards, kind of said what I had coming up in my channel first, but
hopefully I got my ear today because I was notified I was going to get a hit today, so I have not recorded it. So I'm hopefully I know that with the USPS and everything, it's been crazy. So hopefully I get it in and I can record it.
Yeah, I have to film mine too. I've had my box for like 2 months from my person, but I haven't had a chance to film it because I open my box when I'm ready to film. So I got to do that today too. Sunday is typically my filming day. Connie did ask one quick question. Do you think they will put out a Disney Pin Advent Calendar for Christmas? I think so. I feel like they've been doing that for the last, like 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, I think it's pretty popular and it's a good amount of pins and
Mm-hmm.
people like that. Yeah.
Last year's was beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like I got last year's Advent Calendar, but I think that the one before with the puzzle pins, I like better than last year's. I feel like last year's
with the windows.
Yeah, I like that one better than the one with the ornaments.
I agree. I think the windows are really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of regret that I got it because now it's just kind of sitting there on like the little Christmas tree that it came with. So I might set it up as like a display for Christmas. But
Or you just trade the pins, get something else.
I could, but I still have them all set up in like a little tray.
Gotcha.
What else did I miss? I'm thinking I'm getting it. My grandson and I had fun doing it last year. I think you're talking about the Legos.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just sharing the love, subscribing to each other. I love it. I mean, here we're just like a big family, so we support each other the best way we can. Christian, what do you have coming up in your channel this week? We know that you have Year of the Ear.
I mean, Year of the Ear, but last week I was like, we're going to do this video, which we recorded it, but I just didn't find the time to edit. Because as you guys know, Michael and I are taking like a bit of a priority pause on YouTube. So we're not focusing so much. So anything that like lives or videos that are supposed to be posted, we're not making it as a priority until like September because we just want to take the time off in the summer and not make so big. But we are going to post videos, and I will want to say that the video will be posted tomorrow because I do have it mostly edited, but I just don't want to keep on falsifying information and giving you guys saying, oh, I'm posting it tomorrow, but it doesn't. But if we do post, it will be a Loungefly and a Stitch. I believe it was Stitch that we did video, and we do have some shorts planned for the week, so you'll see it on our reels on Instagram this week. And of course, if you guys are not following us on Instagram, that is one thing that I'm taking a priority on because I do like taking pictures, so I do post a lot of pictures and reels on Instagram. So that's basically what we have planned. And of course, on Sunday would be Year of the Ear, brought to you by the Siskateers.
And you'll be here at Disney Collectibles Sunday. Woo!
Yes, sorry. I mean, that's a given. I'm here.
Travis, I'm going to put you full screen now. What do you have coming up in your channel?
So kind of like I was telling you before, I think we're heading back over to Walt Disney World. Stacey's birthday is actually coming up, so we're going to be going over there. So want to kind of get back into the vlogs and getting back into that. Still want to do some pin videos, but I like to go back to kind of how we started this whole thing. So excited to kind of get back in that space and do that. I think we're going to be going there, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I think that's the next kind of phase we're going to be moving to, I think.
So vlogs, park vlogs, and
yeah, I mean, I still want to do the pin videos, because I love doing the pin videos and sharing the pins that I collect and stuff with you guys. But I think the next thing that's probably going to be coming up is probably going to be like that trip, like a vlog.
All right, yeah, no, that's awesome. So I'll be on the lookout for the vlogs and then park merch hauls maybe, or pin hauls, because I feel like when we go to the parks, we always find something. Yeah. But I think that's all we have today. I say that as if we were not here for 2.5 hours.
Einstein, but, right? That was Einstein.
Yes, that was Einstein. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Mima, as always, thanks so much for being here. Connie, Nadia, T was here. Caitlin, Castle, Capes, and Clone. Thank you. Who else? I know Laura was here earlier today. Cynthia, Candy Mom, Christy Ecker. Thanks so much for being here. Disney Dan, that's right. Disney Dan, Juliana, Kiki Mama Bear. Am I missing someone?
Jorah, Michael.
Huh?
Jorah and Michael.
Yes, Michael. He made an appearance here earlier today. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here. Our amazing Sunday morning.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Love being back. Yeah. Christian, thanks for a little shout out. Like, when's Travis coming back? That was great. So I'm happy.
Yes, I'm like I like you guys, especially with one of the first times I saw you were on Mel's live, and I was like, I just like the chemistry because you guys are so knowledgeable, especially with pins and Disney parks information that I just don't know. So I like to have you guys. So I learned some things today. Now I definitely need to go to Wine and Food Festival, or Food and Wine.
Gotta go.
Food and Wine, Wine and Food. What was it?
Yeah.
I sound like a fake fan. But see, now I have you guys. So definitely for sure you need to come back.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
Really we'll definitely have Travis back. I will be messaging you to coordinate something. We'll have Kaylin on the stream as well. Maybe we could have the 4 of us together on the stream too. Because I can fit up to 6 people here. And then after that, I have to pay for the stream. But again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, Travis, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
Christian,
me.
my little sidekick. Oh, hold on. Shan. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you're such dorks. All right, everybody, have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.